Yes, a special one from the CEO, Stan coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southland Band. Charges on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Monrovia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Vonjema, Maryland, to spoon. To spoon. If you eat Cape Town, gradually, my brother, to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to spoon. To spoon. You wanna get a news update, to spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, 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 kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you bought today?
Spoon TV. Spoon.
Yes, what you bought today?
Spoon. Spoon TV. Spoon.
Bada.
Spoon.
Skidibidi dabado.
Spoon TV. Spoon Entertainment. To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon radio station. Spoon television.
Yes, a special one from the CEO, Stan coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southland Band. Charges on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Monrovia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Vonjema, Maryland, to Kilibamba, 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 kilibamba.
My ministers, before I obtain copy of this implementation status report of the RFIA group of grading project, which you just submitted to the chairman, I've already had some consultation with folks who have some expertise in civil engineering or construction. In 2020, January, I stood in the chamber and I voted against the ratification of the East International contract. I remember it was Senator Oscar Cooper, a few other senators and I. And we even had a press conference. And the executive, there's a newspaper report that carried headline, executive marshal and two senators clash. From a layman understanding and my tendency to consult on technical issues that I don't know about, to inform my discussion on the floor, told me that this legislation was hurting this country when they swapped a pre-financing contract, road contract for one road to another place. Without having to go to engineering school and ask for the assessment, the feasibility study, because the likelihood that the soil, the condition of one road, one area, would not be the same in order to do that you want. So they swap community road, neighborhood roads, including the one to Bonnie, to fit in the 100 million, to swap it on RIA road, so that we can say the government is extending RIA road. And we rejected that here, but majority took the day. Institutionally, this legislation authorized it. And you're right. I just read your document and your recommendation. In my communication to this body for which you are here, I made 3 observations based on informed consultation. 1, East International lacks the financial capacity to do that road. Why did this legislature just an Eastern and Igbo map? Instead of finding money from anywhere, even that the devil never rectify it. When this thing pointing out Jenna's problem.
We here stay at the grounds of the Foreign Affairs where the President's office is. Women of Liberia protesting against violence.
People getting away with it.
Explain to us.
I was in the traffic, and then there was some of Mary 10 told me. I told them your PSQ because there was no car even on me. Your PSQ couldn't go. And they all of you were making and say, what happened to tell the PSQ? They keep no man.
What did they ask in our car?
Everyone, Tomorrow Junction. I go down all the mention. I call it
Tomorrow Junction?
Yeah, the junction, the junction.
Who got you on that?
One of the American. I call another policeman. He actually called the riot police.
You are driving for town and you are saying the accident was careful.
I was driving for town. So you have us.
This is
like, so I don't want to explain. And so, fellow citizen, even in his heydays, like,
to all our citizens and international guests, we thank you for coming. I have spent many years of my life in stadiums, but today is a feeling like no other. I am overwhelmed with the crowd and the energy here today, and I guarantee you, when we finish, there will not be a winner or a loser. Today we all wear the jersey of Liberia, and the victory belongs to the people, to the peace, and to our democracy. I promise.
Liberia President George Weah has announced that he would run for a second term, rejecting mounting criticism that he is out of touch with the population, facing steep price rises and food shortages. The election is slated for October 10 in the West African country.
My fellow citizens, I will be coming to you shortly to ask you to renew for a second time the mandate that you gave me 6 years ago. As we stand here today, let me assure you that the state of our nation is strong. The state of our nation is stable. The state of our nation is vibrant. The state of our nation is useful. The state of our nation is peaceful and secure. We intend to keep it this way.
The 56-year-old Weah was absent from Liberia for more than a month late last year. He has also faced backlash over how he handled corruption accusations made by the U.S. against 3 of his top officials.
Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band, Charges on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Okay, folks, well away to welcome you to another edition of the program Spoon, the late night politics on Spoon. We want to say welcome again to a platform where we discuss issues that has to do with our country, Liberia, issues of national concerns. And here, it doesn't matter the political view you share. It doesn't matter which political party you come from. This is a platform that affords everyone the opportunity to talk about the issues of the country, to talk about how they feel about what's happening in Liberia.
And here you can, based on the political view you share, you can sell your agenda to others, or you also stand a chance of being won over by others who are capable enough of selling their own ideology to you the best way. But I want to say welcome to the program tonight. My name is Nelson Colette. We're going to be here for the next 2 hours or so, talking about issues that matters a whole lot to the forward march of our country. Um, First, we encourage you to share the show as you join us tonight. Whether you're watching via Facebook, we're live on Facebook at Spoon TV. We're live on Spoon TV. We're live on Fabric TV, and we're also live on Super TV on Facebook. And we're also live on YouTube. So if you're following via YouTube, Facebook, whichever medium, we want to say welcome, and we ask you to share the show as you join us tonight, so we have a great conversation here on this edition of the program. Now, the next thing is we are encouraging females to join us, so that it doesn't appear to be all male affair. No, we want to have females joining us. So if you're out there, you're watching the show, you're a female, you want to partake in the discussion, I'm going to keep posting the link in the comment section, and you can click on the link and be able to join the conversation tonight. We're hopeful that the CEO will join us as we proceed with this discussion. But again, let me say welcome. I'd like to quickly go over now to welcome Moba. Moba, welcome to the show.
Yeah, Nelson, what's up, man? How was it today, man? How everything?
Yeah, it's all good from my end. I'm grateful. I went out today and yeah, did what I could. And we say it's always important if you woke up in the morning and then you were able to go out, you came back, you ended the day well. That's something enough to be grateful for.
Of course.
Because sometimes people leave home, they don't return.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. Today I spent my day. The Premier League just opened, and the Spanish La Liga, the German Bundesliga will be opening next weekend, and the French League also opened today. And I just spent my day watching a lot of soccer games today. Get all the results. Keep my time. And also don't forget, I also follow all the political issues about our country and get some. As we always say on the show, we follow things and we know how things work. But we are here tonight to discuss the people issue as usual.
Thank you very much, Moba.
Yeah.
Let me welcome Sherry. Your man Sherry laughing at you in the background. The man said you had a pre-birthday celebration with a bottle, and you were
that's not some
music. Sherry, welcome. Sherry, I don't know why I'm not getting you.
You muted, bro.
No, he's not muted. I'm not seeing it there, but I don't know why I'm not getting him.
I think that was happening today. I remember he came on and CEO took him out because I think it was the same issues.
There could be a problem with his.
Yeah. It happened to me one time on my laptop. I think you got to download certain stuff. You know about it, like for the microphone. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know how that works, but I don't remember downloading anything. Sherry, all I think you're talking for your one.
We're not hearing you. Go over.
Let me go across.
Use your phone, my man. Use your phone, Sherry.
Yeah. So let me go across and welcome. Let me bring aboard. I see Toure is here. I see Raymond is also here. I see Sandy is here. I see Wida is here. The Lone CDC man on the show. I'm just bringing everybody on now. Who else do we have here?
I'm gonna share the show. I already shared them on the group.
Let me see.
Y'all. I think y'all can get.
I see Omen Zazu. Did I get it right? Zazu. Is this Zazu that is a musician? Let me bring Alfred on. Yes. Who else? Okay, I see Jeremiah. Okay. I want to make sure that we leave Let me post the link in the comment section again so that those wanting to join. We don't have a female. We don't have a female. No
Yeah,
female
I'm trying. Actually, next thing I'm
Mulba,
trying.
my man, Mulba, you always trying, my man. You always trying.
Yeah, my man, we gotta keep trying, man. You gotta keep trying. You know that one, yeah. So I'm trying at all costs to bring female on the show. I'm talking to like 2 persons, and the girl who are on the show today, I will try to connect her and also try to bring her in so she can be part of our normal stuff. All depend when she off work or probably it's not her work day. Because America, everybody got different schedules.
Yeah.
She's called Mark Bekukbe Parrot.
Mark Bekukbe Parrot, yeah. I will try to connect her.
And she can fire, man.
Hey,
She's gonna add value to our show if you
But next thing I call you know that charisma. I contact her one time. I contacted her one time for her to appear on the show. When she appeared today, I texted her. I said, well, she said, yeah, I know, but thank you, for the invite. But I know I start with camp. I start go back to
Charisma will be sleeping at this time.
No, I know, yeah. But you know what?
She's on another show. She's on another show with Julius, Lofa Julius.
Oh, she was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know. Sometimes she will try to join an hour like this. That's fine. I will try to talk to her because we are in constant communication. We chat, and stuff.
My man, my man Nelson and Messi. Okay, there you go. You got him.
Yes.
We can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool.
I was so praying so Sherry can come on.
Hey, God.
Now who are praying for Sherry? Come on.
Oh my God.
My man, you get beer to my brother, man. Hey, man.
Oh man,
Sherry said the devil is a liar.
Then you get beer to my brother, man.
You know, when it comes to like technology, that one part your prayer or not answer.
The man knows all the tricks to back
I can see my brother Sherry is well seated and fired up. No work today. I can see my brother is ready to fire today.
No, I'm actually working. I'm working, but I'm working from home today, so it's laid back.
Oh, you're cheating the people, my man. You're cheating the people. You need to focus on the work. Even when you're working from home, people focus on the work. You see, the go straight.
My man,
then you cheating the people.
My man,
God.
We just sit up behind your phone. You got nothing to do.
Let me tell you.
We got serious problem. We got serious problem. Yeah.
Don't bring that politics on the show.
Judge,
a political show, yeah.
My man Sherif, you have to work smart. That man working smart. You're not using your body. That is different there.
Thank you.
You're not using your body.
No. Working smart is different from what the men doing here. The men cheating the people of their time.
The man be able to get a report. That's it.
Let me say thank you.
It doesn't matter. He on the clock. He should be on the clock.
Thank you.
That's the definition. That's the definition of patriotism, where you can give pro bono services to the betterment of your nation. And that's what they're doing.
But whatever means necessary.
Exactly.
Whatever means necessary. Like the great Malcolm X put it. But whatever means necessary.
George,
that service
will always be opposition.
I mean, we're smart.
I want to say thank you, man. Thank you very much to everyone for joining us. We will just make our first round with what's on your mind. We're gonna give you all the time to talk about. Okay, I see our sister is already backstage.
But
so who's gonna give up their seat for Justina to come in?
You'll take one UP person from here. You're too plenty.
In case we tell the low CBC man from here.
No, all the UP people in America, you're taking them from there. A complete waste of our time here.
Jeremy, I know Jeremy, right? Jeremy already loading, so you can take you out.
Jeremy, that is wrong time and never loading.
We gotta try Jeremy back.
Jeremy
Labro. Actually, the main Labro.
Jeremy
Labro, my man, guess the senator. You know Labro.
I'm getting feedback. I think the feedback is from you, Justina. I'm getting feedback. Justina, you could just call off the gadget you're using to monitor. You could call that gadget off or lower it sufficiently, because I'm getting a feedback. Okay, it's okay now. It's okay. So let me say this before we start the show officially, that the ground rule on the show today, please, let's talk one at a time. If you are caught talking when you are not permitted, you'll be backstage in the meantime while we bring somebody on. Then you get ready, you get set and all of that, then maybe we can bring you back on. So please, let us respect that. We got some feedback from our viewers from last edition of the show, and yeah, it wasn't that good for us, especially last night. I don't know how Josh and Justina, went on with that thing, but whoosh, you guys almost got us off our feet. Yeah, but let me say welcome to everyone. So we will just make the rounds so that you can all make your opening statement and just talk about what's on your mind. We'll give 1 minute 30 seconds to each person to do that. So who wants to go first?
I can go first. I'm the long guy, man.
You want to do on the queue or just want to?
Yeah, okay, let's do it by the queue. Let's do it by the queue. I'm trying to do a reshuffle, so if you see yourself in a corner, please bear with me. That's because of the reshuffle. Yeah. Okay, so Moba, you can go.
Yeah, General guys, thank you again for coming. Once again, it's our duty to deliver for our people and to advocate for them. As we're going our election period, we'll keep discussing the ills in our society, more especially Liberia. And, actually today we will any topic the host will come up with, we will discuss it. But what on my mind today, actually, I relaxed today, watch my soccer game as usual. And secondly, while following the show, I'll get a lot of questions for our honorable, what his name, what the aspiring is, the representative for district number 8.
Rufus Nivea.
Rufus Nivea, yeah, but I was unfortunate to giving that questions. And also, I was so excited to see Karishma on the show because we've been communicating for the past few days. And I appealed to her, and we try to exchange texts, and then that was fine. But more especially the Liberian people issues on our mind.
30 seconds.
Yeah, 30 seconds. More especially the justice issues is on my mind. For me, I can discuss the justice issues from now to tomorrow and get some ideas to our police and immigrations and probably maybe the forensic team, if we get one. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Toure? 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Good evening. Our dynamic panelists. Good evening to all of our followers, our consistent viewers. I want to say thank you all for always supporting this platform and finding time to listen to us. This is a Liberian people business, and all of us business to make sure that information disseminated to our people are factual, thoroughly researched, and fast check, and just bringing facts to people, man, and making sure that our people have the best of information as they head to the polls, because I think it's important that they are informed and they are giving all of the necessary facts to make an informed decision in an election that is so consequential. So thank you, and I'll hold it there.
Okay, and you represent the LPP, the Liberian People Party. So it's over to you, Raymond.
What's on my mind today is the Liberian people, the state of our nation, the extent of massive corruption, the healthcare system that's unable to cater to the needs of the Liberian people, basic services such as safe drinking water, sanitation, the education system, poverty, wherein our people can't even get of 15 square meal per day. The issue of the media, their role as watchdog in the society, has been compromised. The government not delivering for the people what she was elected to do, and how politics, the new term politics, have taken in our country, where everybody goes to government just to rake, especially in the legislature as well, and in the executive. And how our country is so rich with natural resources, have very intelligent people, but yet we are one of the poorest countries in the world. Why and how? And what can be done by astute panelists like us to make the difference? I believe a generation like ours is going to take a few of us with the right action, the right attitude, and the right message to make the difference. And I have no doubt that those of us on the panelists here can make such difference. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we'll move to you, Sandy.
Well, good evening, gentlemen, and our sister Justina, and to those listening to us and to the Liberian people. I'm going to begin here this evening on a personal note, but my personal note is going to reflect the healthcare system in our country. I woke up this morning and I have my 84-year-old mother live with me. She have congestive heart failure and she have a pacemaker. I woke up this morning, went to check on her in her room, and she was lying on the floor, unconscious. Rushed her to the hospital, and luckily she's good. But then again, why at the hospital with my mom this morning at the ER, I got a call that a very good friend that I grew up with back home has passed. So two things happened. A young man back home dropped and passed. He wasn't sick, he passed. My 84-year-old mom with a congestive heart failure was rushed to an ER this morning, and she's stable. She's back home in the backyard with speed running after her kids. So one thing came to mind. What if that young man, my friend that just passed this morning in Liberia, was here? Was he going to get that kind of health care that my mom got this morning, and she's stable now? So the health care is on my mind. It got me thinking all day. Our healthcare system over there is in a mess. And I'm not just saying that because of what happened to my friend today. Obviously, all of us know what is going on in Liberia. The JFK system, JFK hospital is poor, and we know what's going on in the country. So the healthcare is on my mind, and I really look forward to a great discussion, and I want to make an emphasis on that tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. George?
Oh, is that me? All right, thank you. Oh, look, thank you guys for having me on again. I think it's about time we all, contribute to the discourse. And what is on my mind today? What is on my mind today is the advocacy in Liberia and for the better Liberia. I see a lot of people now flooding the internet and in support of former Vice President Joe Boakai. And I said to wonder why. Why are these people flooding to, put this man in office? And I get no answers. But one of the things that I think I have realized is that Joe Boakai has always been in government. Before I was born, before most people here were born, he has been in government. And yesterday, someone made a very good analysis, and there was a guy who was here yesterday. He told us that it was his first time participating on the show, even coming to politics. And I really admire what he said. He said Joe Boakai was the number 2 man in the country, and someone disputed it. But I just want to provide this clarity on that. We say the legislature is the first branch of government, right? So if you are the head of the Senate and you have all these concession agreements going through the Senate, and you sit there and you say it's not your business to even talk to the people who highly respect you as a vice president, who are there as senator, to tell them, guys, we got to do better by this country to make sure that our people interest is protected. You say it's not your business. You say you're only there to break tie. And this is the person that we want to be president.
30 seconds.
It's mind-boggling. I don't know what to even make of it. And I see a lot of people who Hypocrisy have made them to continue to push this line, even though they know the reality that this man will do nothing different. He will continue to be Joe Boakai, who has always been parked. He was parked in the Senate. He's going to be parked in the executive mansion if, God forbid, it happens. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Josh. To our dear sister Justina, it's over to you. What's on your mind?
What's on my mind today is the fact that people sit on platform and make out allegations without facts. The fact that people can think that Joe Barker was the number 2 man, and so therefore he should be the one to control how construction being passed, when we have a legislature that was dominated by the CDC under early administration. The lower house that passed and signed and passed all this bill was a CDC legislature. The Senate was dominant CDC. So I find it difficult to understand why people think that Joseph Yuma Boakai should be held accountable for things that the CDC lawmakers actually passed into law. It was the CDC lawmakers who overwhelmingly voted for the mental sphere. It was CDC legislature who overwhelmingly voted for the Igbo mine. It was CDC legislature who overwhelmingly voted for the Boca constructions the construction that we're talking about today. And also, I find it difficult to understand how people refuse to read and write. People of our generation, I'm 51, but I still look younger than my age. But I find it very difficult to understand how young people of this generation just refuse, in denial of reading, the things that Joseph Yuma Boakai have done when he was with the LPRC. What happened to the LPRC? How did the LPRC go back? Who was the cost? The records are there. What did Joseph Yuma Boakai do when he took over LPRC? The LPRC was completely broken down. It was Joseph Yuma Boakai who had to prepare a LACRA to submit to the World Bank in order for the LPRC to wake up today. But I find it difficult to understand why people just refuse to see people with policy because they're not giving them money, they're not bribing people. We ignorantly, consistently refuse to pick people who want the best for this country. So I look forward to a elective discussion tonight.
Thank you very much. Alfred?
The firing Justina.
Well,
Raymond, you're so
good evening.
One more time, Raymond, go backstage.
You should go, man. That's the law. You should go.
No. The men are disrupt. The men want to say firing Justina. That's it.
No.
Okay.
Let's have.
It's okay.
Yeah, Josh, can you mute? I think we're getting feedback, right? Can everybody mute? No.
Yeah.
I think it'll be okay if we all mute.
That's fine. Yeah, Alfred. Quiet.
Well, I want to say good evening to my people there in Grand Cayman County, in Lofa County, in Grand Gide, in Maryland, in Riverside, wherever you are listening. I want to say good evening to you. We are here again to discuss the issue that matter. What's on my mind tonight is more or less regional, and that has to do with the ongoing conflict that is erupting in Niger. And I think that's something that we should talk about tonight, because the repercussion of any eruption of military intervention in Niger, our regions are very porous. We don't have the quote-unquote borders. You know, the artificial borders that were put there by the colonial imperialists cannot stop the heavy humanitarian crisis that will arise from this intervention. So I would be more or less calling on the ECOWAS leaders, including George Mani Weah, to be very, very, very careful as they deal with the issue in Niger, because the humanitarian crisis is going to spread out into the region, and we don't have the capacity to deal with it. So that would be something I want us to talk about tonight.
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, Sheriff, it's over to you.
Yes, good evening, folks, once again, and good evening to our listeners. It's a pleasure being with you guys as usual. Yeah, so what I have in mind today has to do with the current state of our nation. Like Brother Sandy rightly said, and again, Brother Sandy, sorry for the loss of your friend, and also wishing your mother a speedy recovery or your grandmother a speedy recovery. So the present condition of our country is not pleasant, and I do see some friends from the other side of the aisle. They think that when we come out here, we're here to seek job for the next government. That's what some of them think. They think that we are here, we are unpatriotic. And this is what I want to tell the people. If we hold our government accountable, we want the government to function for every single person. Are they going to single out this person or not? If you go to a store or you go to Waterside to buy something, are they going to charge Unity Party partisan different than the CDC partisan? It's the same price for every single one of us. If our educational system is bad, is it going to be bad for only CDC or UP partisan? It's going to be bad for every single one of us. If our hospitals are not working, is it going to be not functional for only certain political parties? Or is it going to be affecting every single one of us? It's going to be affecting every single one of us. So it's our constitutional right to come on here and hold our government accountable for what it's supposed to do and how it's supposed to get it done.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. So it's over to you, Francis. Let's hear you, sir. You are muted? Yes. Okay.
You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. My name is Francis, and I believe most of you guys might probably know me by name. At some point in time, my name was household name in Liberia as a musician. And this is the first time I'm actually joining the political movement in Liberia. And the reason for this is actually that I do not want to be sitting by and see things go wrong and my grandchildren or the children to come after us will ask me, but Dad, what did you do? You were sitting down and seeing these things going wrong and you didn't talk about it. So this is the first time I'm on this platform, but I've been following the platform for so long. And I would like to take the time to just congratulate Justina. Last night I enjoyed you, the brief time you spent on the platform. I enjoy you. And Widow, you were kind of like agitated, but it is possible for you that you are sitting now in the hot seat because you are trying to defend the indefendable. You see, so I could see your plight, but let us put facts where facts belong. The Republic of Liberia is for every one of us, whether young or old. And if we can't jump into action right now, as it is, to take care of what is going on, generations to come after us will hold us responsible for whatever is happening. I just want all of us to be very mindful of what we say or do.
Thank you, sir.
The reason for my saying is this. I follow Spoon Network so much. I follow Spoon Network so much that I see that there are certain things that are going on in Liberia at the present moment. The incumbent want to actually resort into violence so that the electoral process can be.
Your 1 minute 30 seconds has been exhausted, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so we have our sister who has joined us as well. Welcome.
You got light behind you.
Can you give a little bit of lighting to? Yeah.
That's.
You are muted. We're not hearing you. You are muted.
Oh, sorry. Good evening, everybody.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm at work.
The Bible.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, can you give your opinion? What's in your mind? Just anything.
Sure. Mine is a little bit overdue because I was unable to come on yesterday. Mine has to do with our young people in Liberia that allow themselves to be used by these politicians. They are forgetting to know that most of the children are not even in Liberia. Their children are in other countries, going to school, getting the best of education, allowing themselves to be used, hurting one another, will not bring anything to the table. At the end of the day, when the people are elected, they won't even know them. So, I'm just hoping that they will come to their senses, love one another, put politics aside, and work together. We are praying that Joe Biden be our next president, and those that can afford my advice and would be that they should be able to empower our youth. If you see the children, our young people, if they have something to do, if they have 8 hours work to do or 12-hour shift that I'm doing tonight, if you leave from that, some lawmaker come and tell you, come go, and then sing or whatever song you have to sing for me and fight other or youth, they're going to be tired, exhausted, because our young people don't have anything to do. So if somebody comes and say, okay, I'll give you a little $10 or $15, come and go form a group, go somewhere and sing and disturb, they're going to run and go there. So I'm appealing, Joe Biden will not be able to do it all. So we that can afford a little bit when we go back home after these elections, we should be able to invest into our youth. And one thing, my brother, I don't see him up here. He said, for me personally, I don't believe fight. That I agree with the people that did not fight back. Like Michelle Obama said, when they come low, we should go high. So when they come with fighting, it was the best thing that our leader did. He drove and went back home. Because God forbid he had gone. Only God knows what was going to happen. Okay. So I stopped there. Thank you.
Ture, I saw you shaking your head. Did you want to say something?
Absolutely want to say something. There's a famous thing that Bob Marley actually says in one of his songs. They say, he who fights and run, live to fight another day. The VP returning, look, let me tell you this, and I'm not even a supporter of GMB, right? But he returning back was strategically acceptable in a way. But don't tell me CDC and the government gonna stop antagonizing these things. They're gonna do this thing again. And you can't tell me that they will continue to violently engage the people at their rallies and they're not going to react. At some point, they're going to react. So I understand. When Michelle Obama said, when they go low, you go high, that can work in America, but it certainly cannot work in Liberia. I can tell you that much because...
You think that is not applicable to Liberia?
Bro, I'm telling you, I hope and pray that someday we can sit and say, yes, that can be there. Because look, we are all human, and I know very well, due to circumstances, Liberia is what Liberia is today. But I know we can do better. And that's why I'm saying Town Gonglo is the man that can actually lead our fight.
Yeah, let's move to our sister Justina. Then we'll come in with
you see, people say when they go low, you go high. Let me ask those of us that are in America. When supporter of Trump stormed the Capitol, why didn't we tear the FBI, the Secret Service, the police, the Capitol guard, everybody to stand down and say, look, since they're going low, let we go high and just watch them destroy the Capitol? Why is Trump being prosecuted today for those crimes, for those acts? Why were people arrested? Why did the state security responded after they stepped into the Capitol and started vandalizing and spoiling things? They were there. They were not destroying anything. But when they started, The state security respond. So you cannot provoke people and then you tell them, oh, sit back and lay back. Let me chop your hand all tomorrow. You bring your other hand, I cut it all the next day. You bring your other foot, I cut it all. You just keep laying back. No, we're not going to accept that. And let me just clarify this. I am the official spokesperson for the Women Congress of the Unity Party, USA and Canada. So I'm on this platform as a official spokesperson for the Women Congress of Unity Party.
But then you have to indicate it, just for your little UP information.
Yeah, I will do it later. Yeah.
Josh indicated a CDC, so anybody coming on will know that we have a CDC representative here on the show. But let me say this. Yeah, are these young people that are being used, those young people that are going out there, the young people that are causing the violence? Because I tell you what, all the videos we watched, whether Unity Party supporters or CDC supporters, if you look amongst those individuals who were caught, who were in the middle of that violent situation, you will not find someone in their 70s or 80s. No, it will be very difficult to even spot someone who's in their 60s. It is rather those in their 20s and 30s, thereabout, that were in the middle of that violent situation. Are these people really going out there because they don't have anything to do? Or are they going out there because of the love they have for their political parties, because they are overzealous, because they are obsessed with the love for their political parties? Which of the two? Is it? Do we have a situation where nobody in a country like Liberia can do things, especially politically, out of love, out of conviction, that when they do it, then it indicates that they're doing it because of maybe something that's interplayed, either cash or whatever? Or do we still have a situation where people are going out there, they're availing their chest to the bullets because they love their political parties? Let's start with you, Moba.
Well, I believe that all those individuals who go out there,
Moba.
I believe that all the individuals who going out there attacking each other, I believe they have no work to do. Imagine you go do 8 hours, 10 hours, 15 hours work. You will move on to your job and then go protest. In Liberia, no. All the men, they are just around the place. The moment somebody to get small thing and call and general guy, we got a mission to play. Get $10, get the cooch, they take that cooch, they smoke that weed, they drink. And then they go, they just go on that protest ground, go cause trouble. So,
how about the fact that we also had Unity Party supporters that were caught in the midst?
Yeah. So, you see, I'm speaking on the both parties, but because the incumbent have more resources to finance a lot of people. But when you come to the Unity Party, I believe that although if you check among the Unity Party people who are there, maybe 50% was more mature than the CDC. Look at the CDC and see those guys get nerve, get all the things, because the incumbent get money. What they do? They get the guys their money, they draws them, they get weed or whatsoever, and they tell them, say, go there, they got a clique. It's a group.
Thank you.
So the difference, let me conclude. The difference between Unity Party and CDC, it's big difference. The difference that you can see it. The Unity Party is more mature, they got more mature people in it than the CDC.
Thank you. Ture, let's hear from you. What do you think? Are these people going out there only because they don't have something to do, but are they being led by conviction? Are they doing it because they are convinced, because they love those political parties or candidates?
It's a combination of both. Nelson, is a combination of both. Number one, they are doing it for notoriety. They are doing it to be seen, because the more they are out there, that give their political leader time to see them, to see how violent they can be, and
how loyal they can be,
right? And how loyal they can be. Thank you so very much. Or how loyal they can be. So that right there speak to the pill of what we trying to explain here. Let me tell you, and we understand that both sides to every story, right? And I'm not here just trying to blame this situation on on the ruling party. But as the saying goes, to whom much is given, much is required. Much is required. In as much CDC is the ruling party, but this is campaign time too. All right. But they are the ruling party. At the same time, they have control over state resources and security. And none of us can sit here and not say that's something that we should actually look into. The police, at least from what we have seen since the government took over, the security sector, they are answerable to the government. If not, if you look at all of the antecedents of riot that have happened since the government took over, they are all been instigated by the government. These are facts. We are not fabricating anything. These are facts.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ture. Raymond, it's over to you. 1 minute, sir. Why do you think these people are out there?
Multiple factors. But the first and foremost, human behavior can be influenced. And there are factors too that can make anybody to behave in a certain pattern if someone designed it and wanted to be so. The first factor that have influenced the youth into violence, poverty. They lack and they have needs. The first law of nature is self-perseverance. When you're hungry and you lack everything, your basic necessity, the person who offers you a job, whether it's something criminal in nature, is the money. And what the money is going to do for you is going to cater to your needs and your family. Second, the environment. Which government has been indicted by the State Department report for violence, for recruiting ex-combatants? We know who they are. Which political party has 2 militarized units? NIM in fashion, Sabu unit and Zebra unit, the current government. And you can go on and on, the likes of Jefferson Koji. How did he become Monrovia City mayor? Because he headed the CDC youth wing. And what was it characterized by? A lot of violence. So political patriotism, a lot of these young people see an easy route into governance and power if they can show up. And they promise, besides they've been given other incentives, like finances and the likes, appointments into government and the likes, and getting close to those who steer the wheels of power. So all of these things are trigger and are influence to leading our people. And let's be honest too. Our people, a lot of the young people today, they're not as educated and sophisticated as people of the same age around the world. So the behavior would be more of substandard.
Okay. Thank you very much. Cindy, 1 minute, sir.
Well, thank you. Look, so Justina, and I just want to respond to what you said, right? You tried to bring compare what's happening in Liberia to the riot that happened here in the U.S. There's a major difference. What happened in Liberia, a group of young people on the street going after each other, fighting each other, not knowing exactly what they're doing to each other, attacking each other and hurting each other. The January 6th riot here in the U.S. is an organized group of criminals that were sponsored and backed by President Trump to attack Congress. And when you said law enforcement officer came to stop them, why law enforcement officer couldn't allow them to continue? Well, nobody was fighting them back. So the law enforcement, we have a law enforcement system that worked here. So they came and tried to prevent that. What I am saying, I'm sure what other people are saying and preaching against here of what, I mean, regarding what happened in Liberia, is that the law enforcement officers in Liberia are not there for the other group, for the opposition. In fact, they are there watching the the government, the government supporters, basically to do whatever they can do and get away with it. So by encouraging the opposition to say, okay, fight back, well, one thing, we do not have a law enforcement officer that will protect them. So they are going to get hurt. So some of us are saying, do not fight them back because you do not have law enforcement officer that will protect you. And then
Cindy, the question is, why are these people out there?
Right.
Why do we have the young people going out there?
Well,
whenever there's a rally or whatever, it is the young people that are going. Are they doing it because they are led, they are convinced to do so, or is it just because of what they can get?
I must agree. I think it's both. And I'm going to use myself as an example. When I was in Liberia in 2005, I was young, I was ignorant, I had no work to do. We were on the street, we were thinking munya munya. If you said George Weah was something else, we will attack you. I was in pain. I had a genuine love for George Weah, but it was backed by my ignorance. I did not know what I was doing. So I think some of them are getting paid. I don't think all of them are getting paid. I think some of them are just genuinely excited about their political leaders. But the big picture here is that if most of the young people were busy, if they had something, 9 to 5 jobs or 12-hour job, like our sister said, you would think about that job. They won't be all on the street there. So when I look at what's happening in Liberia, having been there, having done it myself, and look at what happened in other countries like here in the US, where you would barely find anyone on the street campaigning for any leader, then you start to wonder, what if those people have something that was keeping them busy, that was keeping them focused?
Thank you.
They are not busy, they are not focused, and that's why you see them all on the streets.
Thank you very much. George, what's
your take on thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Look, I'll just make it short, right? I think the basic reason why you see people in the streets is one, lack of knowledge. The second one is lack of discipline. On the show, we got 2 persons who have jobs, who are currently working, but instead of paying attention to the work they're doing, they are on the show, voting for a political party, right? So you see the discipline. I work in the office. Sometimes I watch a show, sometimes in my office during my lunchtime. But I don't want to join the live show because I got a commitment to a job to do. So even if the young people still got jobs, they will leave their jobs and they will go in the streets because they lack that discipline. Discipline is a key in everything we do. But most people just think that, the person is being paid. No. One of the things I want to say is that I saw a video recently.
So are these people disciplined? Is that why is that why they're out there? Is it the discipline that is taking them there or what?
Lack of discipline. Yes. So for instance, we got 2 persons here. A lady who is working probably in a group home, right?
Josh.
Yes, my friend here, Sherry. I'm giving an example, guys. You see, you guys
group home pays a lot.
No,
it's not a crime.
You can't.
You see, this was brought the competition last night. The panelists. George, we cannot do this. Let's not use our panelists as example. It's out of the rule. Let's not
handle the issue. I beg you, Mama. I beg you.
Josh,
okay,
you can go ahead. You have 30 seconds remaining, but please let's speak to the issue and avoid.
You see, and that's the problem. That's the nucleus of our problem. Because we don't want to speak to ourselves, to our conscience, to say, look, we are doing this thing wrong. Let's change it. We want to speak to issues. Issues are abstract. You can see them, but we can see each other. If I tell you that, Sharif, what you're doing is wrong, pay attention to the people work. You will say, because he's not on my side. This is wrong. We need to be disciplined. If you are disciplined, you got a job. Some people can get a job. Some people are ministers in Liberia now. They go to work. As soon as 9 o'clock, they leave, they go to girlfriend house. They don't come back. So that's the same thing Sherry is doing here. You see,
thank you, George.
Paying attention to the work, he's doing something else. And you guys think that when you go to Liberia, it will change. No, it won't. If you get in power, you do the same.
It's true that Sharif and our sister, they're still
Sherry, that does not come in.
Yes, let's hear from you, Justina.
Don't worry, Sherry, you're coming.
You see, first of all, let me tell my friend and brother and political comrade out there that people do work and they do have break. The fact of the matter that she say I am at work, that does not mean she's not on her break. Okay,
if I'm not on break, I wouldn't be sitting here.
She can be on her break.
Just wait let she conclude, I beg you.
And on her break, she's allowed. On her break, she allowed to do whatever she wants to do. Some people have 30-minute breaks. Some people have 1 hour break. So she's allowed to do whatever she want to do. Now, back to my other brother, comparing the situation of Washington and that of Liberia. The situation in Liberia is being led by the government. Okay, it is the sitting government that is inciting violence. What happened in the United States was the sitting government that was inciting violence. in Liberia, it is not some group of young men and young women just gather from nowhere and start fighting each other. No, all along here, whenever you hear say there is a riot, whenever you hear there is something, it has to do with the ruling party. You have never heard clashes between ANC and Unity Party, in as much that the ANC attack the Unity Parties consistently on social media. They debate the issue, they bully each other political leader, but not on not any occasion have you ever heard that those two political parties had a fight, or Liberty Party and the other people had a fight. It's always the CDC doing it to the Liberty Party like they did Dillon. They had their campaign in 2020. Also, it is the same CDC doing it to Unity Party, doing it to Mr. Cummings when Mr. Cummings got attacked at the hotel that day when he went with his friends for dinner. So it is proving that it is the government who is inciting violence. And I would like to say this: the reason why our young people in Liberia today are doing what they're doing, and we have to be sure if one of the people that are doing this thing are actually young people, because when somebody is in that 30, 40, they are no longer youth. They do not fall under the category of youth. That only like bro, we can be calling 40-year-old youth, 35-year-old youth. No, when you are above 25 to 30, you are not a youth, you are an adult. So these people who doing the thing, they meditated, they train on it, and they do what they do. You and I were here when the CDC recruited people on the beach and trained them. And you and I were here when Jefferson Kochi said that it does not mean because today we are in government and now my position will take the actual character of me out of me. But like I said, I would like for us to conclude the conversation last night because I made some allegations and George said those allegations was not true. And I have sent all the evidence. So I really pray that you play the exhibit. Thank you.
We're gonna move to we're gonna.
Can I say something quickly? Can I say something quickly? When I spoke, everyone here interrupted me, right?
No.
That's what. Come on, Morba. I left fairness. You guys lack fairness, and that's the issue. And that's why Liberia is continuing to lag behind everything in this world or in West Africa. You will hear everyone here. All of you guys interrupted me. You interrupted me, and no one was punished for that.
No.
Anything. All of you interrupted me. It's wrong.
So let's take it from here.
Okay.
Please, before speaking up, please make sure you are recognized, because if you are not, and then you try to interrupt another person, we'll have to take you backstage.
Please. 1 second.
I don't want to do that, but please let's just try to.
1 second. Let us discuss the issues and start attacking personality. That's my point. Nobody, like tell him what we said was, my man, you don't attack personality. Discuss the issue. If you want to set example, set it on a bit on maybe different, differently. But you can't attack anybody on the panel. You don't do it. That's what I said.
Thank you very much, Josh. Thank you as well. Your point is well taken, and we would like to move to Sharif.
Yes. So I'm gonna quickly respond to brother George. The allegation he made against me that I'm not disciplined enough. So this one I have to say. So for every profession, there's a job description to it, and I hope Nelson give me enough time. So there's a description. My job here, I work as a cybersecurity, so we look for anomalies. So if there's any potential threat to our company, I recognize the threat and I mitigate it. So that's my job. I can take my computer and get in a car right now and go anywhere I want to go around the world. As long as I perform my job, that's the most important thing. As long as the company is not infiltrated by any bad actor or any hackers trying to hack the company, and I'm able to recognize the threat and eliminate the threat immediately, that's all matters. The company don't care if I go under the sea. They don't care. Okay, so back to the issue. To answer your question, Nelson, the problem we're facing in our country is our youth is a lack of opportunity. If you are preoccupied by something or you are working, first of all, the first thing that I even that caught my attention when this in Liberia, when a presidential candidate or maybe a president is coming from an international visit, people line up to go to the airport to welcome the guy, which is something that really I don't welcome. It's like if who can leave their job and go there and go welcome the president? Why do you have to do that? You don't have to. But that happens because there's a lack of opportunity. People don't have job. If you don't have job, what else do you have to do? You will go.
Sharif, am I sensing here that we're giving a blind eye to the fact that some of those people who go out there, they are working, they have jobs.
Yes.
Some of those people abandon their jobs. And for example, former vice president is returning to the country. They go there. President George Weah is returning to the country. They go there. There is this rally. They go there. There is this protest. They are part of it. Can we also speak to that as well? Yes. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. And I will give your time back to you. You have 45 seconds remaining. Go ahead.
Yes. So I do understand there are a few people among them that are employed. They could be privately employed or private citizens. But this is what I have to say in general. Majority of the people that I orchestrate those acts are youth that are vulnerable, are youth that have nothing to do, are youth that are being victim of circumstances, are youth that are being failed by their government, are youth that are victim of substance abuse. These are the people I'm talking about. A professional person who has a lot to lose will not go and put their life in danger to commit an act like that. Are mostly people who have nothing to lose.
Thank you very much, Sharif. So it's about to you, Mrs. Johnson. Let's hear you.
Yes, thank you very much, Nelson. I will have to address what our brother said about people about pertaining to the group home. First of all, sitting here, I'm a professional lady. I'm a beautician by profession. I live in the United States. I have businesses in Liberia. I'm sitting here now because I'm a beautician. My business is slow summertime, and man got to do what man got to do. That's why I left my comfortable bed. I'm here tonight. I'm not sitting here because I'm not disciplined. I'm on a break. You see why it's dark? I cannot disturb. I'm not even in a group home, but I just don't want to put the light on because I don't want to disturb, That's it. Talking about our youth, Nelson and the rest of you guys.
Yeah.
I believe if our young guys, our young people, our young children have something to do, they had jobs, I don't think they're going to be going to the street doing what they are doing. For instance, I was in Liberia in December, from December to February, when I carried my container. Some guys that used to riding this keke, we used to hire him, to deliver, stuff. His friends started telling him about how they usually truck them from the city, carry them to places to vote. So I asked him, how much do you get for that? He said at $30 and stuff, either 30 or 35. I don't remember the exact figure. So I told him, I said, you know what? What you doing to yourself? I don't think it's right. He said, how? I said, you riding this keke and you getting paid. I think you should go to school. At least you ride all day in the morning, maybe afternoon time. If you don't have enough customer, go to few classes. Go somewhere, learn something. And I'm glad he listened to me. Now he's in school. So I told him, I said, what if they carry you somewhere? God forbid they drop you somewhere. You get attacked. Then what will you do? What will your parents, what would they benefit from doing that? But, I'm saying that to say, if our children have something to do, if they had work to go to 9 to 5 or 7 to 7, they won't have that energy to go stay in the street and be shouting behind some politician or whatever. They won't even fight one another. They're going to love each other because they're going to be professional people. You don't have to be a doctor or lawyer or whatever. You can be a plumber. You can be electrician. They can do so many things, but they don't have the opportunity. That's my point.
Just a quick one. Yes. Is the problem here about the need to have those people educated or sensitized on how to go about getting involved with these activities, or is it about creating job opportunities or making sure that those people are busy? Because there are two things here. There are those who are busy, but they'll go there. There are those who are going there because they are less busy.
And trust me, Nelson, those that are going there, that are busy, that got a job, they will not fight. They will go because they love the politician. They're going to support somebody. There's a difference. But the ones that don't have job, don't have anything to lose, they will do whatever.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
very
welcome.
Much.
And my break is over. I'm going to come back my next break, okay?
Thank you very much. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
Very much.
Thank you.
Josh is feeling like a hero right now because I think he thinks he has won to some extent. But let's see. Ture, you wanted to make a point just before we move to our sister?
I just want to say this. Look, let me tell you. Get it from me. Facts. Going to welcome these politicians is something customary. And it's not just unique to the CDC-led government, even under Madame Salif. Government officials, they'll leave their job and go to this airport. Like, I don't understand. You know what I mean? And sometimes, if they fail to go there for some reason, I don't know what the leader can actually identify who was there, who are not, or something like that. I mean, it is so. I mean, look, man, I don't know. It's mind-boggling.
Thank you very much. Raymond, you wanted to say something? Just.
Yeah, I just want to defend the dignity of labor. If Liberia had the kind of services that's available in the U.S., where people can go and labor and earn money, own a vehicle, pay bills, our country will be far better.
Thank you.
We have so much natural resources that is being abused, and our people lack everything. But there's dignity in labor. No matter what you do, if you can fuel your family and cater to yourself, that's excellent and honorable.
Thank you, Raymond. I'm sorry, Sandy. You will have to move over.
Just 30 seconds, I beg you.
I beg you.
Yeah, because I've been putting my finger on. Let's get see my finger.
I plea on it,
man. Sandy, let's hear you.
Thank you. 30 seconds is good. Thank you. Look, here is the thing. Our country has established a culture where our politicians believe they should be worshipped. They make the people to depend on them and make the people to worship them. Let me quickly share with you. I went shopping the last time to a supermarket. I live in a city that have a budget that is bigger than Liberia budget, the city of Albuquerque. The city mayor, who was elected, by the way, not appointed, I saw the guy walking by himself, no government car, no ping, nobody behind him. He and his beautiful little daughter. Whereas we have a tiny little city, Morovia, and we have Jefferson Kochi when he leaving. Dirty. Government car behind him, people worshiping him because our government has created a system that makes us to worship them, and we need to educate our people to stop doing that.
Thank you, Josh. You wanted to say something? You want to come in?
Oh, I've already lost my train of thought. Anyway, but I would just say, look,
too bad.
Yeah, because I've been putting my finger off for the longest, and every time you jump, you skip me. But here's the thing. Quickly for 30 seconds. Look, I understand. No, you know, man, if you're there, you're there. Yeah, regain it so quick. Yeah. So the thing is, look, and I'm so sorry, for saying group home or something. Look, there's no way in my mind that I want to denigrate, the hard, work people do for people who are disabled and everything else and older people. But what I was trying to say is that, look, when you are disciplined, look, as I said, if I'm at work and spoon comes on, look, man, I will not go there. Let me tell you, the brother is here, Brother Sharif. He said he can take a laptop anywhere. But threat to even in our IT infrastructure, it happens in milliseconds. He's watching. He's on it online now. If it's an attack on his piece of infrastructure, he wouldn't know. He wouldn't know. Trust me, he wouldn't know. So the thing is that
Can I correct you?
Honesty, and integrity. Let me say something quickly. Honesty and integrity is acting when no one is watching you. Integrity is acting the best way possible when no one will be watching you at any time.
Josh,
so if you say I'm working from home so I can do this. Say that again.
Even when they're watching, we are doing the wrong thing.
Oh, look, I study technology, but I'm not an expert. Yeah, I study and I know. Nothing can beat my imagination here from any tech aspect.
Thank you. Okay,
no
thank
one.
you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you, Josh. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry
Don't kill yourself,
for our
man.
sister went in the background.
Don't suffer yourself, Sherry.
She said she's going to bed.
Oh, she said she was going to bed. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm representing her. You know, she said her name, Bekube. Ma'am, Bekube.
Who tells you that woman has tradition?
I don't
know. Nick tells me that she's a tradition.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm sleeping here. Good evening, guys. Good evening.
Welcome back.
Thank you, and it's nice being here again this evening.
Okay.
I'm Mark Bekube Parrot, Sharon L. Kefart, Kapu. And I'm on the moving train, unstoppable train. And by the way, I recognize Ture from UMU, except he has a twin brother out there.
Yeah, my older brother. My older. Did you say Ture or Raymond?
Ture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I recognize him from UMU, except he has a twin brother.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's nice joining you guys.
Yeah. So we'd like to get your take on the topic of discussion. We're about to move to the next talking point, but this question has been going across. A lot of time there is violent situation. The young people are in the majority. Are they out there? Are they going out there consistently because they have no job? They're less busy, or are they doing it because are they doing it out of conviction because they love their political parties or, you know, the candidates?
I would say, firstly, if we talk about job creation, you have to have a workable force ready to go out there in the job market. Because just because you want job creation or you have job opportunities out there, you cannot just mismatch people or put people who are unprepared, who are unqualified for those jobs. But I see one of the reasons why you see these things going on in our society, I would term it as the lack of hope, the lack of future prospects, the desperation for a better future, for a better leader, the desperation of good governance. And then all of those things come along with suppression, poverty, the level of illiteracy, and so that the young people experience or the country is faced with, because it's not just the young people, because there are still other folks who are involved in these things. But it all boils down to the lack of hope and the desperation for good leaders, and then lack of opportunities.
All right, that's a thought. You done?
No, you guys want me to continue?
No, that's
he just asked. Yeah, he just asked the question. So yeah, so like I said, it all boils down to the lack of hope. You don't have any hope as a young man. You wake up in the morning, there's nothing to engage yourself in positively, and sadly, we don't see anything being done by our leaders when they come to power. You wake up, you run after them, and you look at the regime today in power. They close offices. They force people, they compelled people to go out there and do political rallies for them. They compel people to go out there and go and meet the president when he's coming back from out of the country and stuff. So if the government that's in power is condemning those things, if the government is practicing those kind of behavior, tell me about those in opposition. It's much better when you don't have a job and you feel you're so less busy. You love your political leader. You want to go and embrace your political leader and welcome your political leader, as compared to a sitting government allowing schools to be shut down because the president is coming in town, or closing down institutions, closing down offices because the president is coming in town. And I believe a lot of it is because of poverty.
Thank you very much. Thanks a whole lot. Now, I want us to watch this video as we get ready for our next talking point. You wanted to come in, Justina?
Yeah, I think the whole issue, the question you asked, is absolutely based on ignorance. Because we got people who are educated in Liberia, but still doing the same thing. That's based on ignorance. Because how can a government shut down a whole country, take away all the ministry staff, every one of them, just to go for a political rally, causing the country to lose millions of dollars on revenue for that day? That's ignorant. That's absolute ignorant. That's what I wanted to say. Let's go to our next topic.
Okay, thank you very much. We have two more talking points to move on, but let's watch this video.
So before, how many miles Liberia cover, but now it has reduced drastically. You listen to the residents. This community was stretching all the way into the ocean there, where you see the tide rising. But now you can see the sea has eaten up the entire place, and you can see the coconut tree. You can see them inland, and just beyond the coconut tree there was a road. People living here used to use their vehicle to go to the other apartments there or the fence, and you see all the way. You see Ocean Drive, and so hello and welcome to Spoon TV. My name is Haji Masale. It's a pleasure to have you on this live. We are here on the 26th Street beach side, where you can see the sea erosion is gradually wiping out this entire community. You can see the house has been undermined by the erosion. Just a couple of days ago, I was in this place, and I saw how the land extended towards the sea. But now, a few days after, I'm back here.
So there you have it. This is a very concerning situation in Liberia. Talking about the issue of the coastal defense. The issue of sea erosion. That place that was shown in that video is just one of many areas. So most of you who were here, you know that area is in the Syncope Belt, from the 20th Street area. Okay, so let's make it from around 19th Street or behind the JFK, all the way going towards 18th, 19th Street thereabout. Now, the thing about this situation is that every year, every rainy season, the people who live in that particular area, they are displaced. They are homeless. West Point has the same situation. The last time I checked on the news, the communities within West Point was sending a warning to the national government that if the government didn't find a solution to the consistent flooding situation that they are faced with, they were going to be uninvited guests at the different ministries and agencies. They were going to take their mattresses and go there because they need the government to find a solution to it. Now, in the midst of that, we saw the construction of a park in West Point, where you have consistent sea erosion, where when rain falls, the people will take their mattresses and either they find somewhere else to go, or they will have to stand throughout the night. So what do you make of this? Just before we move to our final talking point, we will give 2 minutes each to all of you here to share your thoughts on that video you just watched. Okay.
Yeah, sea erosion is natural. You can't dispute the fact, but it got a solution. Meaning, all the people who live in, to the bank of those river or the sea, probably I believe that the government should be able to get a accommodation for them, probably in Broadview, because when you go Broadview, you see land. Let's go Booming Halfway. They got a lot of lands over there. Go Corway, a lot of lands. The government should come in, probably build maybe a mini estate, and let the people be migrated there. And then the government now can take a step, and because we're looking at our place today, but 2-3 years from now, that erosion will keep coming until we reach on the quota itself. But if our government can stand strong, and they can find a solution right now by migrating all those people, relocating them, They got a lot of land. Go Broadway, go Corwell, go Birmingham Highway, open estates. Relocate those people so they can be able to at least, you know, try to come up with some ideas from the engineer, the people who like know more about engineer to be able to block that area. That whole sea erosion, because it will keep coming. And we have seen it. Go West Point. West Point now, even to the embassy, right? The embassy, what we're now holding the embassy, when you go all the way up Mama Point, is a rock. You see the Popo rock all the way up. You see that kind of hit and go back. But it's not looking at that when you say 26th Street, going all the way down to Congo Town. The sea will keep coming. It will keep coming until the government can stand and relocate those people and let the real mechanism be put into place.
Thank you very much. Toure?
Yeah, my man Molba started, you know, but he kind of finished strong though. I like that. So look, relocating the people will not be solving the problem. Okay, the government have to face it, right? When I see this thing done in other countries, it can be done. You know, like the American embassy, right? Yeah, like you rightfully stated, they put build concrete, you know, stone and all of that stuff. It can be done, but you see, there's the thing. And Nelson, you said that thing keep happening. What every rainy season?
Yeah.
Okay, every rainy season, and the government is yet to find solution for it. This government, that's the thing we're talking about. You're talking about misplaced priorities. This government is good at doing what we call instant gratificationary projects. That's what they do. You know, sensationalized projects where people say, "Oh, the government doing it, the government doing it," but the main issue that are affecting the people's livelihood, those things are left to go, you know, like, you know, not addressed at all. So yeah, natural disaster, erosion, and all that stuff happening in every country, but it is the government prerogative to do something about it. Relocating the people temporarily helps, but you're not facing the problem though. You know what I mean? The government have to face the problem, and that's what I have to do with it. I'm not an expert in that field, so I'm not going to say too much.
Okay, thank you, Raymond.
So I'm an engineer, and I happen to serve as project manager for a UNDP project where we did a pilot in Buchanan to build a groom, which is a breakwater as a result of coastal erosion. But gentlemen, we can sit here and discuss it. It's a serious thing that is affecting us. And it's due to the global climate change. If any one of you can remember Hotel Africa, we had a grand facility. We lost it to sea erosion. That's in Brewerville. Buchanan, there's a part of Buchanan that's already been lost. Homes, street, and all been lost to the sea erosion. We are experiencing it on all our shorelines. West Point, the land at West Point is not a habitable land. All those in West Point are squatters. Nobody gave them rights to live there. Government can give permits to people to build structure and own land. Nobody in West Point own land by government authorizing them or permitting a structure for them to build. So, President, we are taking a part there. It's just out of order. But to talk about the breakwaters, the cost to build grooms and breakwater and the engineering to steady the water current is very costly. To be honest with you, now that we can make efforts during President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government, UNDP and the government of Liberia came together and we did a pilot project in Buchanan. We built a groom, a breakwater. But even what we did is just decimal to the effect of the global climate change. But there's something we can do, and let me use this time to talk to every Liberian. All those who are cutting mangrove swamps and using it for wood or trying to build in those places and make it habitable land, you're causing serious problem to our country. Because the mangrove swamps serve, the roots from the mangrove swamp help to break water from causing erosion to wash land away. The government now should adopt a project where we can build mangrove swamps, those mangroves, because they grow in Liberia by nature make them to grow. We can build them on our seashores. They will help to mitigate the situation of the sea erosion. But that's just temporary. The permanent solution is to build breakwaters, grooves, and we can even clean land from the ocean. The engineering is there. You can go in the ocean and build breakwaters, and it will give you land. What happened to West Point? We built a Freeport due to the effect of the current, the sea current. It brought sand to West Point, but that sand is going to be taken away one day. That's how nature works. And when that happens, West Point will be washed away. It's just about time. I can take the entire night in right here.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, Sandy?
Yeah, thank you. I think Raymond said a lot already. This is really when we come together as a country. I don't think this is any political. This is a very major issue. I'm not by any means an expert when it comes to sea erosion, but I do hold a master in environmental health science. So I do know a little bit of what this entails. Now, the EPA in the country has a greater responsibility to be here. This is when we need folks in the EPA that are experienced, that know how to address these type of issues confronting our people. So, I mean, Raymond said a lot of things. He said a lot of what we can do as a nation. We can start as simple as, planting trees around the seabed. Vegetation alone could help a little bit to control the wind that is hitting the seed and kind of bring it onshore. We can start simple. But here's the thing. We have people already inhabiting that place, right? And most of that happened after the war, right after the war. When people came back to Monrovia and they had nowhere to be, they just occupy any free land that they could occupy. And that's how you see a lot of people around the ocean building homes around the oceans. Like you said, those land were never given to them. But after the war, everybody was just looking for places to be. So now it would take a serious government with a serious EPA staff and leadership that understand how to control this and manage these issues, and also a government that would be willing to relocate those people that are close to those areas or that are inhabited those areas and try to figure out what we can do. Those lands are beautiful land. I mean, any land around the ocean is beautiful. We should be enjoying it. We shouldn't have just any structure around it and people just filling those places. So again, this is a national issue. This is not just about the ocean, though, the areas around the ocean. Johnsonville right now is flooded. I have a house in Johnsonville, and it's flooded. So, I mean, we have a long way to go.
Thank you very much, Cindy. Yeah. So we'll bring Josh in quickly. Josh, yeah, you are muted.
Yeah, so guys, it's very unfortunate what is happening in that part of Monrovia, I think. But what we need to know is it's a natural occurrence. It happens everywhere. When I worked for the city of Darwin here in Australia, I had that department that was responsible for mitigating strategy for coastal erosion. And I know that what, like my brother said, Raymond, on the money on that one, the money it costs to just do the studies, where you can pay a consultant to just do the study of the soil that is closer to that sea and the wind speed and all those things. If you calculate it, it runs in the millions. And if you look at Liberia economy as a whole and the budget that we do have, it can't do anything to that effect. So I think what we need to do as Liberians is to move away from the coast, because now we have to prioritize when resources are limited and the needs are so diverse. We have to find the ones that we can tackle. I think people should be relocated to some places like Moba said, relocated, and then as time goes by, the studies can be undertaken, and then we can actually form all those mechanisms that will help to break that trend of erosion.
Thank you. Justina?
Yeah, I'm an engineer student, and I did civil engineering, and I graduated from the Bosco in civil engineering. But in Ghana, I got a certificate in water control from Abba Construction. And first of all, let me make disclaimer on this. Two of my panelists said that the people just inhabited West Point. No, that's not true. I remember far back in the 60s or 70s, the government of Liberia even built an estate for people to live in West Point. We have back in the days, the LEC head office was in that West Point. The LEC operation office is in that West Point. I believe it's still there. The government do have an estate that was built by the government of Liberia for people to live in it. So people did not just go to West Point and just started living and just started squatting after the war. No, people were living in West Point far back, even as far as 60s, 70s back. People have been living to that place all these years, including 20th Street. But my point is, we have what we call gravel. We have rocks. We have rocks. Liberia is filled with a lot of mountains. I remember when I was in Ghana, Jerry Rowland was the president at the time in Ghana in the 90s, and I was a student of Abba Construction. And I remember our school was contracted to help pull the crushed rock to block the rivers in Accra. And one of the best way we can do without bringing all the big experts in to know this, know that, is using the bigger rocks. You get the bigger rocks from the mountain, and then you can lay them along the dry side of the coast. Like my brother said, who also did engineering, you will have to bridge the water. And there are easy way you can bridge the water. But first of all, you cannot bridge the water when these people are still living there. You got to relocate them, because West Point is so overcrowded that you will not have trucks going in there with, I'm talking about rocks that weighing like 200 to 300 pounds of weight. It's not possible. So you got to get them out of the way, and then we can use our natural resources that God gave us, the mountain, the rocks, to be able to bridge the water. And then after bridging the water, then we can go forward. That's just the simple idea I can give.
Thank you very much.
Can I make an interjection, please?
Okay, you have 10 seconds to do that quickly.
Yeah, so Justino, so what happened is that they get when there is a flood, there's a way you can block it with rocks. But when there's sea erosion, you cannot. Because what happens is that if you put rock there, the sea water will come on the rock and carry the rock far play in the sea. In less time you find that sea going to the same place. That's exactly what happened.
So okay, thank you. I don't want to go back and forth on that.
Let me ask you 1 second, please. Just 1 second. When we're talking about rock, we're not talking about rock where you went put in paper and can't put it at. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about bridging water in construction. We call it to bridge the water. Bridge the water means to find solution to block the water from coming. So we're not talking about some small rock that you will go bring and can't put it. It's not a real carry. No, we're talking about real mountain. Have you been to Accra? If you've been to Accra, you will see that what they use. Even the Freeport of Monrovia that you got today, it is rocks that they use to build it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's hold you there and go to Sharif. Sharif.
Yes, thank you for having me. Again, like some of my colleagues said, just a quick disclaimer. I am not any way to perform an expert in climate change or expert in sea erosion or anything of that environmental nature. But there's one thing that I have to say. Let's all be realistic. And we don't have this government. You guys think that this government has the capability to actually take any action or to prevent sea erosion in that country? We have to be dreaming or somehow living on a la-la land. That's impossible. This government is not capable of it. But there's one thing that I have to say. When we were in high school, back in 2005, I did, at the time I used to work at Omeo Radio. So we had, it was a thing that was here all the time, was a sea erosion happening in Buchanan. And I remember Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the then president, the government at the time took some actions by they did some beach nourishment, and they did some like a vegetation planting by just to do to mitigate some of the problem that was going on. But this is what I have to say: the cheapest way to prevent this, and then I remember doing Alien Regime, they decided to undertake this campaign by educating people where to mine sand and where not to mine sand. So these are the cheapest form of doing carrying out this awareness to prevent this from happening. So they recognize some vulnerable places, and they advise these people: do not mine sand here. Go and mine sand everywhere else. Another place they even prevented people from mining sand was around the Jamaica Road Bridge. That I think is that around that bridge area, people will mine sand. It's okay. The more you mine sand, what happens is that you put yourself vulnerable to sea erosion. So the easier the government can do is just by awareness, ask the people, this is what you have to do, this is what you're not supposed to do. Do not allow people to come here and mine sand. Do not allow people to come and do certain environmental activity that will be detrimental to your township. So these are the easier way. But to think that this government is going to come and eradicate that problem, we are joking, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's hear from you, Mark Bakugbe.
Okay. Well, no, that's my name, Mark Bakugbe Parrot. That's a reason I have that name. It's a brand new. But I'm not an expert when it comes to that. But I believe one way that some of these problems will be solved is by our leaders putting our resources into the right things. Like Raymond and George said, that it's pretty much expensive. We understand those are very difficult tasks, very expensive tasks. But if it is not too expensive for our leaders to be able to build mansions, palaces for themselves, I don't think it should be too expensive when it comes to issue of national interest. I don't think it should be that expensive. And if we're talking about relocation, we should not always sit there and be reactive. It won't hurt, it won't kill if we are proactive sometimes. We don't have to wait for sea erosion to occur before we start to do relocation of residents within the area. That's why we have resources. Resources should be used to build estates. Resources should be put in the right places. And if we can get to that, or if we can make sure and grow to that level, I think it's going to be easier for some of these issues to be addressed. It's a natural disaster. There's nothing we can do about it, but we can also try to find means that will help us work towards eliminating some of the effects that it might cause. But then if we are not putting our resources in the right places, it's not going to happen. It's so expensive. It's so costly. But maybe we should cut down, our leaders should cut down their lifestyle. They should cut down corruption. They should use our resources and put it into things that will benefit everybody, that will benefit the people in West Point, the people in Newtown, the people who live in those areas that are getting flooded. It will not happen overnight. We could start little by little. We could start from somewhere, and eventually we could get somewhere bigger. So that would be my take on that topic.
Thank you very much. I like the way you just hit the nail on it, and then we're moving. We have the final talking point to just conclude on and go to the lines. But let's hear you, Maurice.
Yeah, thank you, guys. I would really like to give what I have on my mind. Would that be okay?
We pass that stage now.
We on the topic right now, man.
Okay, yes. Then let's give you 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
I'm just.
Yeah.
Why you're not interested in hearing what is on my mind?
Go ahead.
Anyway,
that's why
yeah.
I'm giving you 2 minutes, Maurice.
Yeah.
That's why I'm giving you 2 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you. Right. Thank you. You see, most of us here on the platform, we got to ask somebody somewhere that say, you know what, I have no interest in our Liberian politics. Whatever happened there, that their business. They don't care who become president, who becomes senator. They don't care. and sometimes they have some genuine reason. But the point here is that you cannot give up on your country, regardless of what. So, you cannot, no way. So we're all here today talking about Liberia because we have that deep-rooted interest in the country. And I hear people talking about the young people in Liberia, they dare singing song praising other people. But if you want to look at the young people in Liberia, sometimes we can say, let's give it to them. Because for obvious reason, they will praise this politicians and stuff like that. But what about us in the diaspora? Do we have any reason to be sycophant? Do we have any reason to be praising us? I say no. We not see when President Oyake in America, the people left from here, they go tell him, thank you. What make them different from the people in from the young guys in Liberia?
Okay, so go to our talking point now.
Right. With the issue of the sea erosion, especially with West Point, you see, this is not just this government problem. This has been government. I remember in the 90s, they have football field. We used to go play football. The sea have taken out all that era. So it's not just this George Weah government. I think the current government from the past has just been, they don't care as to whether they find solution, because let's agree it is a natural problem. But the reason why you institute government is to be able to solve those problems, natural problem, create problem that you create on your own. So I think the government has not been actually be able to find whatever solution they could find to stop that problem. And if care is not taken, probably the whole West will be taken by the sea.
Thank you. Then finally, Ome Zazu. I hope I got the name right.
Ome Zizu.
Zizu, okay, yeah.
I thought I went for Nigeria.
No, Ome Zizu. Okay, thank you very much, and good morning to Liberian listening to us, and good afternoon or good evening wherever you find yourself. My name is Sekou M. Sharif, and aka Ome Zuzu. Been following.
So like AKA you brought it. You left the Sharif, you brought it. Oh, Sharif left the studio.
The Mego.
Yeah, too bad we lost him. So I think we will have to move on
to the next topic.
Yeah, Sharif wanted me to talk for him
because we have to leave in time today, so we'll have to move on. Now, so very quick.
So hold on 1 minute, please, before we move on. I'm sorry, I don't know what is the network that kicked me out, but I want to speak to the issue of flooding in Liberia, and everybody should take it very serious.
I thought you already did that, Raymond.
No, I mean I spoke for 2 minutes.
But we're done with that. We're going to the next issue, man.
It's not about holding back. It's about very vital information that the entire Liberia needs to know.
Okay,
discussing the issue. I come from a place of expertise.
30 seconds.
So I'm not just giving an opinion. It's a place of expertise. And I want to use this medium because we're speaking by and large. I won't have another platform to speak by and large to Liberia as much as I will have now. The issue of sea erosion, flooding is going to be of serious risk in our country. By nature, we have a lot of swamp because we have one of the Monrovia have the highest rainfall next to the Amazon rainforest in the world. So due to that, we have a lot of swamp that serve as catchment for the water. And we are drying these swamps and the rain not going to stop falling. So what's going to happen? We're going to have flooding. Until our government can get serious and the EPA gets serious and stop people from building in those wetlands and filling up those wetlands and converting them to habitable lands. The issue of flooding, we didn't see it yet. So any matter who poor, you won't build a house, struggle, get money, go buy land on a hilltop. You will build yourself a home. You build anywhere around marshland, wetland, lowland. You only setting yourself off on the time bomb. Thank you.
Very important information there from Raymond, and I think it was good that you came back to say it. So we we're about to go to the line.
I don't get one more topic, my man.
Yeah, so yes, we have one discussion to conclude quickly.
Yeah, but everyone go to the line.
Everyone will have their 1 minute. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm coming to. Everyone will have their 1 minute to conclude.
Yeah, host. I want to say that okay, we please go at least to the next topic because some of us got to drive almost 1 hour plus. I didn't program
that's what we're going to. So everyone here is aware that election is right next door, and we are seeing all the different political parties, the political leaders campaigning, selling their messages to the people. I want us to do an evaluation of the different political leaders, your own rating of them. Where do you think they stand? What are their chances? Judging from what we've seen so far. If you are from the CDC, you can do that for your CDC and maybe the Unity Party. Just a quick evaluation on 2 of the many political parties we have in the country. You could attach percentage to your own evaluation as well. So maybe yes, judging from XYZ, political party X, is in this position. There's up to maybe 10% chance. Just stuff like that. We could just do that shortly. Justina, I'm sorry, all the videos are not they're not coming through, so I'm trying to process that. Yeah.
Right, but you can play them from the Facebook, right? Because they have Facebook link. If you follow the link, you can download them because even the other ones that I share with people the one I share with people in their messenger, they posting it all on their Facebook account. So how come you cannot play?
But it's not different, Justina.
So it has to go through the software. It has to go through the software. It's not like me downloading the video and showing it to the webcam. No, it has to go through the software. So I need to download it, do the necessary edit on it before I can upload it to the software and then have it played here. So there's a process. So I want you to be patient. Hopefully on the next edition of the show, we could highlight that.
All right. So you want me to come in? Okay. I think there's in freezing. So, all right. So let me come in until you can come back. So according to the topic, Nelson just talk about when it comes to the political issues. For me, I will not attack no opposition leader. I will not attack Kumi, Tewa Gonglo, Waka, as long as you fall part of the opposition, you are not on my radar. But I can tell you for sure, if today we carry our own statistic, maybe we just sit there and say, let's make a random call in Liberia and see how many people we call. And you will find out all the amount of people we call, maybe all 100%, 60% will vote for JMB. Why? Because they believe in him. They know that he's served in government for 40 some more years, and they know that I can always tell people, right, there's one thing you can't take: experience in a country. Look, all year we know. Like my job, I doing medtech, right? My previous job I was doing, I never did medtech. I did it. I got my certificate, and when I apply, the people say, you know what? You get your certificate, we agree, you go up, everything you did it well. But this is what we do. The people that been here before, they will make more money than you. I don't dare to get medication. I don't dare to do nothing. I go out, do my medication, I do my documentation, that's it. But because I get maybe for maybe 6 months, I get that experience in it. So I'm not making more money compared to other people, but I'm making money compared to some people that I met there, but it's not people who spend more years than me. So when we're talking about the experience, every job we're doing, it comes to even the government job we do today or tomorrow. JMB had the experience. For me, for me, I would support JMB, and I know JMB can deliver librarian. I know.
What's the chance of JMB? What do you think is the chance of JMB?
JMB chance of winning the election is 65%.
Thank you very much. So now let's talk about any political party aside from the UP. Yeah, what's the evaluation?
So for me, for my right, from my own understanding,
which other political party you like to evaluate?
Okay, like I would say Joria and CDC can second.
Okay.
And, yeah. I would say no. It's not about like we know they are incumbent. We are coming nursing. They are incumbent. They're in power. So that we use all their resources. But like if you like Kumi, I like Kumi a JB in the race today. I will go for Kumi. I can tell them about it. Even if you're going to be the tail on my list, it's fine, but I will go for Kumi. But this is what I can tell you. 1, JMB. 2, George Weah. 3, Kumi.
Okay, so what do you think are the chances of President Weah based on your own evaluation?
I would tell you maybe 45. If I can get 60%, I'll get George Weah 40%.
40%.
Yeah.
So he has 40. Okay, thank you very much. Let's move to you, Sandy, quickly. Evaluate your own ANC, then we can move to any other political party you want to evaluate.
Exactly. Why these elections, the Liberian people are looking at a leader that will transform the country effectively and efficiently. And when we are looking at that leader, obviously we are looking at Mr. Alexander Cummings. The people are looking at not just someone that can talk, but someone who has the plan to face and address their issues and face the mess that has been created by this current government. Mr. Cummings, if we look at him, currently Mr. Cummings is the fastest growing politician in the country. He came very late in 2017, where we saw what happened, but he has never relented. He's out there, the people know him, and the people are gravitating toward him. We can debate that perhaps he's a terror in the country currently among the politicians.
What do you say?
What I say and what I believe is that's going to happen here is that Mr. Cummings is going to win the election. And that's why we are here talking about Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings stands a chance to win the elections on the issues. And the people are looking at the issues, not just based on popularity. I believe Mr. Cummings is going to go second round with Ambassador Boakai. That's what I believe. I genuinely believe that. We are looking at the regions. We have a stronghold in Moserado. We have a stronghold in Bone County. We have a stronghold in Grand Bassa. And of course, we're going to compete. There are competing factors that's going to be happening in Riverside, in the Western Belt. But we do know that Mr. Cummings stands a very, very good chance to go second round with Mr. Boakai.
What's the percentage you would like to attach to his chances?
Well, going to the second round, I cannot. Well, let me say this. I believe if we are going to compete in the second round, we're going to be around at least 45% to go into the second round. To win these elections, I do believe that Mr. Cummings, yes, that's our guy, out there every day with the people. We are doing it the Jehovah's Witness style, door to door, speaking on the issues. So I believe we are comfortable in at least the 45% to hit in the second round. And then when we get to the second round, we are going to beat Mr. Boakai at least 55+% in the election.
Okay.
I don't think the CDC is going to go anywhere.
Okay. So thank you. Let's hold you there. Josh.
Look, thank you. If you can bring Mr. Cummings down, that would be great. Thank you. So, look, the thing is, it's laughable. When the CDC were not in government, we went second place. And we even took first place in first round. And people are saying because of the incumbency, CDC is going to get more votes. I said, we used to get the more votes every time. You know what I mean? So this is not strange. And for now, we are competing on a level of experience. When Boakai can you tell the people what happened there?
Go ahead, just make a point. These are some of the legacies of the CDC, my man.
Like, what they vote you for?
When Boakai was the incumbent, when he had all the money, all the senators on his side, we beat him. And now that we're in power, it's just a laugh. You know what I mean? Look, the problems that Liberia has, they're not problems of today, problem of many years of neglect. So we know that issues are still, there. And we're not saying that Liberia is perfect. Liberia is far away from being perfect, but we are going there, and we know that we're going to reach there. But what I want to say, percentage-wise, is that CDC, we're going to go. I'm very practical, and I would say exactly as I see fit.
Yeah,
is that CDC has always, CDC has always had around 35%, right? From dates immemorial, from elections immemorial. And I'm hoping now, as we speak, CDC is going to have a first round victory. And I'm very certain about that because of the work that the president has done. Look at the patches, though. Look at. I would say CDC is going to be 52% in the first round.
52% of the votes.
Yes, the first round is off. And this is going to be very shocking for people. I know a lot of people will be in hospitals when that announcement happens, and we're going to be free and fair because President Weah is a man of peace, is a man of doing things the right way.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Josh. Let's go to Councillor Tiawan Gongolo's man, Toure. What's the evaluation of your own Liberian People's Party, Councillor Gongolo, the broom man? You have 1 minute 30 seconds.
You're muted.
Thank you, Josh. So you mean the next president of the Republic of Liberia? I'm gonna tell you this: first round, done deal. Because Liberian people are resolved. Liberian people understands that Liberian issue has been a gross violation of our laws, right? And let me give you this. The world no longer has a choice between force and law. If civilization is to survive, we must choose rule of law and stick to it. You know what I'm saying? If civilization is to survive, look, this is not Animal Kingdom, man. Liberia has been taken for so long. I still say people that can yet do anything with no ramification. And I don't see how a nation can prosper if we're not respecting the basic
tenets. Can we all mute? Can we try to do so?
Right? Of the very laws. And that's why Tiawan Gongolo going to actually win first run. Right? First run, no if and but about it.
Thank you.
My lips.
What's the percentage you would like to attach to that?
75%.
The percentage of the total votes you think Councillor Tiawan Gongolo is going to get?
75% first run. All right? Because say you don't go big or go home. So we're going big. Right? And the people of Liberians, our voters, they already know.
Are you going big on reality or are you going big on, just... Okay.
Nelson, I'm not stuttering, bro. I mean, like I'm giving you facts. Okay, this platform, they made not politics. Everything we do here is facts. All right,
75% of the total
75%.
Then what CDC will get? What the United Party will get?
Man, CDC. A vote for CDC is an accident waiting to happen. All right. A vote for CDC is an accident waiting to happen because
thank you, John.
How are you going to subject yourself to something that you have obviously gotten yourself subjected to for the past 6 years? Have CDC done anything the past 6 years that gave you some kind of enthusiasm to vote them in? Come on, man. And these things are not facts.
Thank you very much.
That's what it is.
Thank you. Let's move to Sheriff. Sheriff, you have 1 minute 30 seconds.
I've seen everyone here, they all went over 3 minutes. Yeah, so I'm going to give you a few bullet points. The reason why JMB is going to win this election. First of all, we're looking at the numerical advantage. We see Monserrato. We look at Monserrato historically, has always go for the opposition party. So a ruling party has never won Montserrado in this modern political history of our country. And then we look at Grand Bassa County. We look at the Nyomlikanga effect. Montserrado County, JMB has a higher chances of winning Montserrado County than any other political candidate. We look at Nimba. With PYJ and JKK effect, UP has the numerical advantage to win Nimba County. Then you look at my county, Lofa, which happened to be one of the top 5 most populated counties in the country, where JMB is from. You have to be dreaming to think another political party will win that Lofa County other than JMB. And then that alone, election is over. And then we go to JMB track record. He served in government for over 40 years. His record, he has no tainted record, no corruption allegation. And then you look at that, gives him the credibility. And then people rely on experience. One of the things that people are saying that caused this government to not function is because the lack of experience. And JMB has that. And he has the
experience.
People like John Molu on the team. Give me 1 second. Let me just make this point now. The last point that I have is CDC record. CDC has done nothing for our people in terms of security, in terms of job, in terms of like healthcare, in terms of curtailing high rising prices, in terms of living up to their own promises. That alone, CDC. If I have to give them a percentage wise, I will say 20%. If the election is going to be held free and fair, JMB
CDC will get 20% of the vote, and the Unity Party will get what percent?
I give CDC 20% chance. If that relates to 20% of the vote, yes. I give JMB 70% chances of winning this election. If this election is whole, free, and fair.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sharif. Let's move to our sister, Justina. Go ahead.
Okay. I just got 2 major things that I want to make clear. You asked us to analyze our political candidate and their opponent.
Yeah.
I think many of us have forgotten Liberia have turned to its 2-party state. As like the US, we have a lot of different political parties in the United States, but there are 2 major parties that run the America, which is the Democrat and the Republican. We have some people who've been contesting for years over years to be president on their ticket, but they can't even show face in elections because it's always the Democrat and the Republican. So I know that it is the CDC and the Unity Party that will be going to a runoff. But I find it difficult to understand that the ANC claim that they have votes or they have strongholds. How can a political party have strongholds in Montserrado County, yet you are unable to have Henry Fubi elected as representative of District Number 9 from 2017 up to now? And in addition to that, this party has absolutely no whatsoever, have never won any seat, to my knowledge, as the quote-unquote ANC or CPP it is called today. So I think CPP is in a very bad, dangerous stage that even our Clarence Moluba, who just came in, is even passing by them. When it comes to Joseph Yuma Boakai, I can tell you that we're in the lead, and we will be in the lead at least of 50%. I like to be honest. I'm not going to sit there and tell you we're going to win the first round. I don't do that. I'm a realist, and I believe that we will be going to the second round. But I can tell you that we will have up to 50% of the vote, in as much as the CDC to take us to the runoff.
Thank you very much, Maurice. Let's hear you, Chief.
Yeah, thank you. As you all know, for those of you that don't know, I'm on the train, the JMB. Yeah. So you know, this election, our electors, they are emotional voters, they are traditional voters, they are cultural voters. You can attach all the adjective on them. These are people that who there are certain things that can drive them. Joe Barker, they themselves said Joe Barker spent 40 years in office. He can't show nothing. That by itself, the fact that they may spend 40 years in office, you can't see a horse, you can't see this, you can't see that. He only served, he only did his work. That is a plus. So that emotion, why Ellen did not support Joe Barker? Why everybody against Joe Barker? Why they want Joe Barker, man? Why they Joe Barker? What the problem? People would like to know what the reason.
30 seconds.
All right. All right. People would like to know why Joe Barker. So that's something, that factor would drive the people towards Joe Barker. On the part of George Weah, look, George Weah, the reason why George Weah might not even get 20% vote in Moserati, because the people seen. They are seeing the lifestyle. They are seeing the horses that the George Weah and the ministers building. They are seeing everything. So there's no way you can come back. Yeah, they will come on the street, they will parade, but they are seeing everything that George Weah has done. So you're not going to say anything. You're not going to say any other thing to them. Unlike first when George Weah was not president, they could say, you know what, let's buy the pig in the bag. But now they know exactly what is in the bag.
What's the percentage of votes you attach? You think President Weah is going to get the from the total number of vote cast, and what do you think JMB will get from the total number?
There's a likelihood that the Unity Party will win the first run, nothing less than 55%. If that does not happen, the Unity Party will get a 50%. With a distant second of George Weah, I'm not even sure whether George Weah we reach 30% if this election is conducted the way it should.
Okay, thank you. Let's move to Raymond.
So from all the other available indicators, to analyze the political standing of the various candidates, my analysis is JMB, the forerunner, might have 65 to 51% vote. And I believe it due to a lot of factors. One,
who's going to be next in line?
One, his experience. Two, his impeccable track record. The people trust him. And corruption has proven to be Liberian people most challenged, the biggest problem in our country. Realizing that he's corruption free, the people will trust him with their vote. And that's why they're gravitating towards him. The next in line, we can't ignore the incumbent fighter. George Weah has the national funding, the money for the country. He got people in power, and they have tested power. They will use everything they got to hold on to power. So George Weah will come in second. But the Liberian people realize that they have never suffered, even during the course of the war. The suffering they're experiencing today wasn't like that. They got a song saying, Bekuba Ellington team were not like this, market women. It's just the comparison of what they are experiencing now than what they experienced before. So he might come in 20 to 15%. And I believe Cummings will come, 20 to 15%. Because a lot of people are disappointed in him. People who voted George Weah once are not going to vote him again. About half of his voters. And his number, George Weah, the CDC number is actually around 20-something%. All the other things that were other people. MPP isn't no longer with him, and a lot of other alliances he had are no longer with him. Cummings might come around 7 to 8%. I think Gonglo might come around.
You mean 7% from 2017? They may have been working about 6 years, then you still come back with 7% remote.
And then the major momentum we can see. That's why I said from all the indicators, Cummings not building momentum. It seems like he might be losing momentum. And I think Gonglo might come around. Look at
Mr. Cummings on motorbike. He's reaching in the trenches and everywhere. He said the male gets 7%, my man, Raymond.
my man, at the political season, you will see people acting like this. But after politics, he will never ride a motorbike. So that to tell you, there's a show he putting up.
Okay, thank you. Maba, you wanted to say something quickly just before we bring our sister in?
Yeah, Nelson, I mean, that's something right. What Roman just said, he's right. Because you found out that all the ANC people just keep attacking. Look at Mariah, you second to Kumi, but you always on Facebook attacking individual. Go out there.
Okay.
Pursue your campaign. Campaign to the people. Tell them what Kumi can do. You're not going to be on Facebook. You just keep attacking. And you second, I think you tell or second to Kumi. The end of the day, you say Kumi will can't tell.
No. She's chief of office staff now.
Okay, then she tell the Kumi.
After the structure of the party, no, she's not even there or fourth.
No, but so that position she get, right? Nothing, that position she get, right? That position should serve.
Thank you.
To go out
there. Don't want a keyboard warrior. Don't want a keyboard warrior, man.
Gentlemen, thank you. Let's not bring it. Let's go to our sister.
Well, I beg to take at least 2 minutes because I think after that I'm gonna be going. And besides, I took forever being here anyways before coming on. But regarding the talking point, if let's say we are on the podcast here, if today was election, I would say JMB has already won because I can see like 3, 4 to 5 supporters here of JMB already. So if today was election on this platform, JMB is already the winner. And I would say JMB this election will win the first round by 50, 55 to 60%. He has a 50, 55 to 60% chance. And it's not because I support JMB or I'm on a train, but the indications are clearing everywhere. You can see that the numbers are increasing every day. And in as much, we do not so much capitalize on numbers, but it's numbers that win election. Especially when it's free, fair, and transparent, it's numbers that win. It's not our cash that we spend. It's not the logistics that we use. It's the numbers that win elections. So if today election was here, I would say JMB has a 55 to 60% chance, and I believe so because his record is there. He has laid a path for which today that the masses are going towards him. And I always say, you look at the way we Liberians, we do things, the way we rationalize. You look at Liberians now, they are like, JMB is this young or old man that they neglected because of this young, beautiful, sorry to use that statement, yes, sexy looking queen, very seductive queen. And that queen let them down. So now they were gravitated back to the old man that they disappointed because of that young, beautiful queen. So that's one of the reasons why you will see JMB will nail the numbers this election, because Liberians have realized that George Weah has failed. And in as much as it hurts to say George Weah going to probably, if there was a runoff, in as much it feels sound bad, George Weah going to be the next person online for a runoff. It's going to be Joseph Boakai and George Weah if there was a runoff. I wish it could be somebody that comes, but sadly, we don't see it happening for Kumis out there like that. We are not seeing it. We are not seeing momentum growing. We are not seeing numbers increasing. We are not seeing any strategies being put in place to put in at that comfortable third place. So I would wish it would be Kumis or Konkoro going for a run-up with Joseph Boakai, because if run-up going to be held, Joseph Boakai is going to be the first on the ballot. And if the election going to be won by a first round, it's going to be Joseph Boakai.
Wow. Why Toure is saying Councillor Gonglo is going to walk away with 75% of the vote, Parrot is saying that no, Gonglo is not even coming near the second place. But well, that's it. That's the beauty of it. Let's hear from you.
Johnson.
Janice Johnson, I see you back.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Nelson. I always hear people saying that Joseph Boakai were in office for 40 years and he doesn't have a thing to show. Pray tell me.
Can we meet ourselves, please?
Pray.
Feedback.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Should I go ahead?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Okay. Pray tell me. I saw a video, a clip on YouTube today. The late President Samuel Doe built a mansion in Zwetru, Grand Gila County. I mean, you can see the concrete and no money was spent. Where are his people? They sat down, the whole place went in ruin. Everything gone to God knows why. And we're sitting today, how you call him? Our current president, George Weah, is building. If he should leave power today, who's going to maintain those homes? All those that were in power years ago, they have the houses they built. Rats, roaches are living in the homes now. Nobody will be able to maintain those things. So Joe Boakai, the money he used to spend and waste over the issue, I used it to develop the country. At least. Joe Boakai, he did not steal. He did. Excuse me.
Yeah. So and let me reinforce the question. So if we were to go to the election, or from your own evaluation of things, what do you think? Where do you think Ambassador Boakai stand?
I was just coming to that. He did not steal. He's not a thief. He's in the same house. The last time I visited him a few months ago, he told me the house that he lives in now. He been in the house for more than 40 years. Decent home, down to earth. You hear me? So if we were to have elections tonight, I know it's in the morning, Liberia. Trust me, Joe Boakai is going to win. It's going to be close. It's going to be, a little close. But Joe Boakai is going to win. He's going to win 52% because of the ignorant people we have in Liberia. Some people don't know what they want. Some people would sit the last minute, people get a few cents, get a few cups of rice, and they're going to sell. Like people say, you sell your soul to the devil. They're going to sell their votes for their stomach. So that's why we are working hard and harder every day, every night, even at work. We try to come out to push, our candidate, his agenda. Joe Boakai is going to win. He's going to be between 52 and 55%.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nelson.
Yeah, thank you very much for your contribution. So with that, we'd like to go to the line. I see the CEO is backstage, so at any point he may come on in the course of the show. But let me have the numbers up now so that our folks out there can be able to call. And I'm sorry, I sincerely apologize that last evening, there was a little bit of error with the number issue, but I think today all is set for you to call in.
Yeah, that's it. Before waiting for our caller, I just wanted to I don't know, we can use it for maybe next week, Monday discussion. But anyway, I will discuss with you, Beyonce. But just about lawmaker, president, vice president, and declaring our assets before and publishing our assets to, like on Facebook, on newspaper, before running for office. I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, that's a great one. But anything of such has to be done in the confines of the law.
But
so,
I think
what does the law say about that? I think that's one area that we'll have to look. Even as it stands now, public officials have to declare the assets, but it is not mandatory by law for them to.
Yeah, but for transparency, because today actually I want to ask Novia, the former representative for District 8, right? I want to ask him actually a lot of questions today, like 2 questions. More especially a lot of declaration of assets. Yeah, I really want to know. Because majority of people, like we all know here, before they come in office, they can't declare their assets. And when they go, they will just steal the Liberian people money. And we all know.
What about a different discussion you want to bring? You want us to start a new show again?
But Mama, one thing we have an art test. We know how some of the men are keeping government.
I know.
Yeah, so I think we can go to the lines.
No problem. I'm
having a little bit of issue with I'm having a little bit of issue with one of my WhatsApp is telling me that storage is full. I don't know why. So you can call any of the numbers there if you can get through, then that will be fine. So we have the numbers on the screen.
But our access declaration is very important. Actually, it's very important to realize.
Okay, so let's see if we can take our calls now.
Right.
Mark Bakuba Power, it's good to have you on the show. I hope you can always be here with us.
I'll be too happy. Yeah, she got to be on the show every night. Mama, you get calls?
Okay, so no, not yet. Don't have a call.
Okay.
It's because of this situation I have here, so I don't know.
Morba. Asset declaration, whether constitution, whether code of conduct, just for good governance, everybody is supposed to declare their assets before taking public office.
I think so.
Definitely, I agree. And I think for someone, we want a president who will be developmentally inclined, not somebody who live in one house for 24 years. At least you'll be able to develop yourself before you develop any other place around you. If the vice president for 42 years being in the same house and is complacent with that he think that life is okay being in the same house, how will he see that Liberia should move forward? Liberia should be in the past, should be the same it is. It's good like that.
At least he's not stealing.
Who will change it? No, you have no proof that anyone steals money. You have no proof that anyone steals money. You guys just stop. Every day you say it's easy to say people stole. What the proof you got that someone stole money? You have no proof. You have no proof. No, anything is easy. It's easy. Exactly. It's easy for you to come here and say somebody stole. If you have evidence, if the person has been convicted in the court of law, then you know that yes, this person has stole something. They will understand that. But if you come here and say somebody stole, if Joe Blackard,
you're talking like Maggie.
We have a call now. I think we'll go to our line.
Okay. You're talking like Maggie. Why steal money? I do it here.
So let's
what I'm going to call it? Come on, man. With Maggie.
Talking like Maggie. When I steal my money,
you start to take your calls now. Hello. Hello. Are you there? Yes, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I just wanted to give my input tonight. My name is Elton George Kamara, a representative candidate, district number 12, Mosorado County.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I appreciate the show. I want to say to the panelists, tonight's show is very good. I try to come up. I know the development space to accept me. And I don't think I have an issue in the female. This is a great show tonight. I thought to throw a light on the first topic, and that was something about sea erosion. And I have a cabinet mandatory. Thank you for the input, and our brother who is an expert in that area when it comes to environmental studies. The issues about sea erosion is not something that has started today. It's a global issue, especially when it comes to national agenda. But what I do think that is affecting our country as a representative candidate for District 12, we have something on our platform that has to do with something environmental studies. The issues about sea erosions is that Liberia do not have a national agenda.
Okay. Can you just wrap up quickly so we take others?
National agenda. We all come with platform. If you look at all the presidential candidates, you will see that everybody got platforms. Some people talking about sanitation, some people talking about agriculture, some people talking about accountability, rule of law. So the entire 22 presidential candidate, it's difficult for you to see the platform matching. Everybody got different objectives, different mission, but because we don't have a national agenda, it affects our country every election, every period.
Thank you.
That is because The legislature, which has the responsibility of putting the economy, the country, the rule of law on a national space before every elections.
Thank you.
When we have a national agenda, they say Liberia in this year, 20 years from now, 25 years from now, 30 years from now, we need to look at sea erosion, or we need to look at healthcare, we need to look at education. Whatever government that come to power, because we say government is a continuity.
Thank you very much.
Power, they will start to look at that.
Thank you.
Sea erosion.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I will join the show tomorrow to discuss in depth.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Let's take this person. Hello.
DC Wilson from Des Moines, Iowa. My concern has to do with security. And I'm not sure if Mr. Weah has any intention of relinquishing power. We saw 1985, the election with Samuel Doe. Doe did not win the election. He stole the election. So I don't know whether, especially the United Party, has the capacity to protect the votes, because that's my concern. We need to look at.
Thank you. Thank you very much for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for your contribution. Let's see if we can take this person here. Hello.
That's my concern.
Hello.
Thank you very much for.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Go ahead. You're live. Let's hear you, sir.
Hello.
Yeah. My name is Francis.
You will have to lower that the gadget you're using to monitor the show. You have to call it off so that you don't get distracted by what you hear in the background.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Francis Barnikane, and I think I was on, but for some reason.
Fanny? Oh, too bad we lost Fanny. Let's take this person. Hello. Hello?
How are you?
Yeah, go ahead quickly. You're live.
I'm calling for UAE Dubai, man. My name is Constant K. Scott.
Yeah, okay. Scott, let's hear you.
Okay, what I want to say here, the people are talking about Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai been in existence 40 years. Even in his own village, nobody can testify that he really got it where in his own village that he takes them to the people. Then people are still talking about Joseph Boakai. Why people don't love people that love them? When you are moving, you why?
Thank you.
So we are doing your best.
Thank you.
So I prefer the people vote for John. We are here. Thank you. Good day.
Thank you very much. Good day as well. Let's hear this person. Hello. Hello. Yes, you're live. Go ahead, sir.
This is Jerry Limpa. I tried to pull in now because, I want to just make 1 or 2 points. Like what Bob was about to say, I was on this phone call last night, but there was some information provided for people very hypocritical. You can't say that you refuse a vehicle.
Yeah, but Jerry, that's not the talking point now. We on a different show on here now, so you got to make a contribution in line with our discussion. I'm saying Ambassador Nuvia is not here, so you're on another show now, so you have to make your contribution in line with our discussion here. Jerry?
Probably you want to tell him what we're discussing.
Listen, hello.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I understand. Yeah, I understand. I'm just trying to let you know because I'm coming for the guy who said that somebody is living in one house. It means they can't develop. It speaks to honesty. It speaks to I understand me, credibility. If you can maintain what you have and not going outside. So why do you want for Joe Boakai to be president and build estates for himself at the detriment of our people? No. Joe Boakai is not going to steal any money. He's not going to break down property to rebuild. Do you call that dishonesty?
Thank you.
The most ungrateful character I've ever experienced in politics is is George Weah. He said he did nothing and the people make him president just to get them in gratitude and demonstrate ungratefulness.
Thank you.
That's what he's doing.
Thank
the
you.
only person that is ungrateful is George Weah.
Thank you very much, Jerry.
Anything you promise all these things, and then you turn your back from the Liberian people, you cannot tell us that.
Thank you.
People come and tell us all these things that they are
Jerry.
doing. Thank
you. Thank you, Jerry. Let's hold you there, Jerry, and take other calls. We'll take 4 more calls and then we wrap up.
Jerry, the great self-regulator.
Yes, we'll take 4 more calls and then we wrap up. Let's see if we can take this person here. Hello. Hello. We have someone from this line. Let's take this person from here. Hello.
Thank you for having me on the show. My name is Lawrence, and I'm calling from Pennsylvania.
Let's hear you, Lawrence. Okay.
Yeah, speaking on the West Point sea erosion business, I think the government actually needs to see reason in really protecting that area or that part of Liberia. And like what Justina was saying, they have to really assign engineers that will go and get border rocks to put them in that water, not rocks that will be undermined by the sea. And also they have to stop people from undermining from taking the sand. Because the more you take the sand from the water, the more you allow the water to have a way to erode.
Thank you.
So I mean that and then on the election business, I mean to be fair with this election, if the election is free, fair, and transparent, I believe AMB will win. But what I'm seeing, the ruling party has something under their sleeves, and I believe they're going to rig the election. And because of the disunity of the opposition, so you will find out that they will not even be able to protect their votes. So my thought is for oppositions to see reason to unite and be able to go against this one George Weah. But
thank you.
George Weah is still going to win.
Thank you very much. We take 3 more calls and starting with this one. Hello. Good morning. Yeah, hold on a bit, sir. Wow. Okay, go ahead. You say your name?
My name is Alfred. I come from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Go ahead quickly, Alfred.
Yes, I just wanted to buttress my colleague in studio there who's supporting the LPP. Yeah, I just want to speak with reference to the chances of Councillor Bongo in the elections. He made a remark the other time and said something. He said, leaders are those that make decisions while others are sleeping. And that is exactly what he has done. And that alone has increased his chances. What many people don't know, why it was still dry, Councillor Bongo traveled all over the country, from village to village, from town to town. And he was able to do some of the unthinkables.
Okay.
So that alone has served as a campaign for him.
Thank you.
While others are trying to carry on campaign right now.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Let's hold you there and take the last 2 calls. Then we'll wrap up. This person, no, we lost this person. So I think we'll come back to you or to just make your closing statement as we get ready to close up the show. So we will start. Okay, let's start from Moba. I think Moba, you can go last. Let's start from Sister Janice Johnson, then we can.
Okay. Thank you so much. It was a beautiful show. Thank you guys for everything you do for our country. And let's continue to work together and make our country the way we want it to be. Because some of us are here, we are ready to go home. By the grace of God, we know JMB is going to win, and we're going to go put our boots on and work to clean our city and make Liberia a beautiful place. So our brothers here from LPP, and from wherever, we got rooms, we got our arms open. We are welcoming you guys to come on the train. The train has a lot of room. We're not fussing. We're not doing anything. That we all are Liberians. So let us unite and move our country forward. Again, it was a nice show. And you all have a pleasant morning or evening, wherever you are. Good night from my end.
Yeah, thank you very much. We appreciate your participation. So we go to Ray.
Yeah, once again, Nelson, thank you so very much, brother. I think you are making the greatest of sacrifices to be on this platform this late in Liberia. Like I said, man, anything that will help the nation move forward, we are all willing to take on those challenges and roll our sleeves and do what we got to do. But yeah, me coming to this election, I have no interest in opposition, attacks or just, that's not my interest. My interest is surely and wholly, excuse me, my lighting went out here.
Yeah, no problem. You're in Real Miami now, so
it's on President George Manuel Weah because.
So you in Liberia?
No, I'm not in Liberia. I'm in Delaware County. But you see, let me tell you this. But I have my own studio lighting here too. So,
I mean, start confusing the people, man. Say in Pennsylvania. I'm not gonna tell them.
I'm in Delaware County. But look, let me tell you guys this. The opposition, there'll be a time where we'll unite. We all know that. That's gonna happen. But at the same time, we still have to be here to sell what we got to sell. You know what I'm saying? By the end of the day, when that time reaches, we all know what's up. But anything that will not make President George Manuel we have to go back in our office, I'm willing to do.
Thank you.
Democratically, for the record.
Yes, right? Thank you.
It's personal. It's personal. I know it's personal. It's not issue based. It's personal. It's okay.
All right, guys. Look, I mean, I know that wake up George real quick. So I want you to keep it like that, man. Hey, Nelson, thank you so very much, but I appreciate you. And the rest of the panelists, thank you guys. Always thank you sharing this platform with y'all.
Thank you. Raymond?
You go, you stay you.
Okay, so Liberians, I did not vote George Weah to be president, but he came and met me in government. I was at the Ministry of Public Works, and I worked hard. I put in more than 8 hours a day, and I got paid for 8 hours a day. And I wanted the government to succeed because I knew a successful George Weah-led government, the CDC-led government meant delivering basic services to the Liberian people. The Liberian people benefit. But to my dismay, what did I see? I was doing my normal duty inspecting roadworks when I saw for the 7 condominium buildings going up. We had no drawings at the Ministry of Public Works for us to inspect and provide permit. George Weah broke the law. What I saw, George Weah flying in private jet when your previous president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, would ride on a commercial airline. What I saw, massive corruption in government. All of the donor funds were stolen. I was running a $5.6 billion project called the Community Infrastructure Development Project. CDC put their hand in it. Massive corruption. You don't know to the extent. Some of us were in government. We know it. We're not talking because we are bitter. I worked with George Weah when we were in the NGO sector. He's a nice person, not a nice leader. Joseph Yima Boakai lived in one building over 40 years. It shows that he doesn't care for your money. The little he has, he will live on it. If the Liberian people's life not improve, your leaders' life shouldn't be far above you. They're not kings. They are servants. We get into government to serve the Liberian people. The government should be measured by the basic services the Liberian people enjoy and the development they bring for all, not for a selected few. Reject any government who amass wealth overnight, become millionaires overnight when they were poor yesterday. That's a sign of corruption. Corruption is our worst enemy. Keep corruption out. Keep CDC out. Come
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Maurice?
Yeah, all right, Nelson. Thank you for having me on. I will be here on Saturday because of my job schedule. On the weekends, on the weekdays, no. But you see, Liberia is a paradoxical society, right? We front on corruption, but again, when somebody going in government and they come clean, we beat on them. So we continue to beat on Joe Barker because the man spent 40 years, he didn't get house. You have a brother here, very the man.
Yeah, for the record.
Yeah, we know that he get house. But you had a brother on the show, very the man. Why the man was spent 40 years in one house? You see, this is a mentality. We should not beat on people because they go in government, they come from government, they did not build houses around. For me, let me end on this, right? I really don't have problem with people that voted for George Weah because I truly believe that they have some sense of feeling that George Weah will do better for the country. Because I think they love the country. That's why they voted for George Weah. But if George Weah disappoint you, you should have the courage to say, I did not vote you, I did not support you for you to go and mismanage my security, my education, my everything, because I put you in charge of all these things. And that's why today we are supporting Ambassador Boaka. If Ambassador Boaka slip, we will be the first that will come and beat on him. The evidence are there. We supported Dillon. When Dillon started sleeping, we were there. We were beating on him heavily. Because why? We have no reason to be so confined, especially for those of us find ourselves on this part of the world. I don't need anything for any politician. When I support you, for you to better the country, for you to better the life of the people, when you sleep, I'm not going to take it easy with you. I'm not going to take it light with you. So we all should be able to do that, especially for us in the diaspora. When the people fall short, we should say, no, I did not support you for you to go and build houses and live your own lifestyle. If we do this, Liberia will improve. Thank you. And thanks to every one of you.
Thank you to our sister, Mark Begogbe Parrot.
You're muted.
To JMB.
You're muted.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But again, thanks to you guys for having me on here. It was a great pleasure. But I will close on this. I don't know where my brother George lives. I don't know if he lives in the United States here or he lives in Liberia. But someone like me, I live here. Part of those supporting ANC on Facebook, they live in the United States. And we see in the United States here, leaders come to power. You find out some of these people enter power in one home and they leave power in that particular home. So I don't know why it said that when it comes to JMB staying in one home for 40 years, I don't know why it said it sounded like an unusual thing. And like I said, when we were speaking about the erosion issue, now this is why you wouldn't have a redress to the erosion crisis in the country. This is why you wouldn't have a redress to a lot of challenges that the country faces, because you have leaders coming to power and they are comfortable with corrupting the state, but then the very people who should be criticizing these people were better off criticize people who are fighting for corruption and go and praise the people who are corrupting the state. And it's very disheartening because we are educated people. Even if we don't have the master's degree, the doctorate degree, we should know better. We should not be backlashing people because they stay in one home for 40 years because after they work in self-government for 40 years. That alone should be a credit as compared to you having leaders that come to power in less than 6 months, they're building mansions palaces. I don't know. We live in America. We don't see that. So why are we trying to say it's a decent thing to do? I think somebody.
Yeah, the feedback.
I just muted her. You can go. It was
okay. So like I was saying, so I don't know why the folks in the ANC, like the CDC brother, I don't know why are they making it seem like it's a decent thing to do that. A leader comes to power, he puts his personal interest first, he puts his marshals first ahead of the interest of the people. I think this aspect of beating on Joseph Boakai because he lives in a home for 40 years. I don't want to be disrespectful, but I think on the part of the educated people, I think that's ignorance. And I'm sorry for the expression, but that's how I would term it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Josh.
So can I go? Can I go, guys?
No, please don't go. Please don't go. Wait. Let me give you a reply, please. Thank you so much. And guys, look, respectfully, I think I always said this. I'm the only CDC guy here. So if you can give me ears, that would be great. And you don't have to believe me. You don't have to even accept what I'm going to say. But just listen. Give me your ear, just like I do to you. So here's the thing. In Liberia, we have a society where people follow their leaders. Now, the proposed suit now is one of the best things in Liberia. People wear it. If your president is wearing this, people want to wear it. When your president is doing this, people want to do it. Look, I will take it clearly. People will say, if you come to government, even though you're being paid, your life will still be the same. You still live in the same house, or still live with your parents. Even because you're living with your parents and you now got a job, your life will still be the same. That is up to you. Everyone has his own priority. But here is the thing. We want a country or society where development will take precedent, like development will be center stage. And if you have a leader or someone who is subscribing to be a leader, and this person does not even know how to use a WhatsApp, doesn't take that using your own money, the money they pay you, why would you not want to develop yourself? Why wouldn't you do something that people will look at and say, oh, this person is actually progressive. This person, we can follow this person. This person is doing something at least. Look at what he's done. You don't have to steal to build a house. I worked in Onmill. My brother, yes, Sherry, I think he said he worked with Onmill Radio. I used to work in the engineering section in Onmill. And guess what? I was living with a friend before I got a job. When I got a job, I moved out of the house and I built a house. And I had a place to live, you see? But in Liberia, once you get a government job, people expect you to still be in your parents' house or live in one house, then they say you're not corrupt. No, we need to make sure we become progressive in our own country to build things, to make sure infrastructurally we are sound. That's what George Weah is doing. And he doesn't have to steal to do it. He's paid. Everyone that works gets paid. So you can say whatever you want, but
George not talk plenty. Y'all let some of us to quiet down George. George talking.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
No, you can't quiet me down. You can't quiet me down. You just say your own. You can't quiet me down.
Let's do this one at a time, please. Let's do this one at a time. So, yes, we'll move to our sister Justina.
But everybody gotta wait.
Okay. Let me say it was a nice show, but let me first make this clear. Let me make it clear to George. We do not want a president.
Say your own. Say your own. Don't come to me.
Please, you attack my political leader. So I'm talking to your own political leader. So give me the space. Protect me. We do not want a president that earns millions of dollars from football, but is unable to manage his own personal finances. And that's why he is unable to manage the economy. We do not want a president that will open a club and a football jersey business and he is unable to manage it. We do not want a president to open a guest house, his own personal house that a man built, and he came and lived in that house and transformed that house after he became world best and is unable to even pin that house. While he was a city senator, that better that you had to purchase a generator that I just, along with Talia, with that generator to his house. We do not want a president that is unable to take the millions of dollars that he earned from football, is unable to represent him as a millionaire. We do not want a president that will go into embassy's account, go into diplomat account in the central bank, demand people from the central bank to give money to them, and come to tell those ambassadors that we will de-hole to cover hole. We do not want a president that will go to the international community, demand money from our reserve, and take the money from our reserve and misdirect the funds of our nation. We do not want that president. We do not want a president that will sit on the stage and tell the Liberian people that anybody who is not the president will not ever walk safely. We do not want a president that is unable to manage his own finances. Talk about the country. We do not want a president that on $1 billion professor and get out into cannot have an account. We do not want a president that receives 100% of money printed by the previous government, and yet cannot get out
Thank you.
billions of dollars that was printed.
Thank you.
And go on and on.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks.
Somebody's hacking Justina. Somebody's hacking Justina.
Raymond, don't bring out of politics.
That's it. This chair hacking me.
Once she landed her statement.
Yeah. So let's end with Cindy and okay, Sharif go, Cindy go, and then we'll end up with Moba. Sharif.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you again. So my closing statement. This is what I have to tell you, Liberian people. The reason why that we want George Weah out come October 10 is because you are living in a country where 6 years ago, 6 years ago, this man sold you a dream. He said he wanted to be a president for change. This is the man that said that he's going to come and transform your lives. This is the man that said that he was going to come and then provide you security. This is the man that sold you all those dreams. But today you see for yourself. What has this man done to transform your life? This man has brought extrajudicial killings upon your life. You're not safe in your own country. You're not even safe in your own house. Because of this man today, we have deplorable health conditions that he himself will not even use. But he compels you, the citizen, you, the voters, to use the healthcare systems. We have a country that is no longer attractive to any international investors. We have a country today, this man is running, we have by road connections. Has this man built any coastal highway that he promised? No. The feeder roads that he built are all being destroyed within one season. This man sold you a dream that he was going to provide you jobs. When he came, what happened? He laid off multiple people. This man told you he was going to come and change your life. What happened next? He came.
30 seconds.
He provided you harmonization by reducing your salary. He cut your salary over 50%. Now you are living below poverty lines. This man has people who brought drugs in our country. This man failed to prosecute them. As a result, your children are victims of drugs today. Your education system is non-existent. Security is dead. Healthcare is non-existent. Are you better off today or 6 years ago? Let's vote this man out. He's not able to lead this nation. Thank you.
Thank you. Cindy, 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Well, thank you. Look, I have listened to all of you and our good friend Josh Weah. Man, it's hard to defend Josh Weah. But our brother just told you, Liberian people, and especially the young people, that it is okay that people like George Weah, Koji, and the rest of them should come to power, steal your resources, and you should be their gatekeepers. That is not okay. Corruption is not okay. Overnight riches is not okay, especially when it's within the government. Look, in this election, there are great people. I have a lot of respect for Mr. Boakai, Mr. Gonglo, Dr. Moniba. But the issue we are faced with as a nation is the issue of a dead economy. The Liberian economy is dead, has been killed by George Weah. Currently in our country, because of the lack of the private sector, because our leaders are unable to negotiate great deals with investors, the government is the primary employer. And that should not be the case. Our government should not be the primary employer. And we have a solution to that. And that's why Mr. Cummings, young people, let us gravitate towards Mr. Cummings. He is the only guy that has proven in the private sector to grow an economy. And he is the only person in this race that will grow the Liberian economy, bringing investors so that you, the young people, can have jobs and not depend on government job and obviously should not depend on government officials.
Thank you very much, Sandy. So, Moba will take us home.
Yeah.
Moba.
Yep.
Sorry. No, but there's no way I can bring Alfred in to conclude now. So, Alfred is fasting.
Alfred, was the Alfred money, my man?
I can leave. You can bring in to conclude. I mean.
Okay, yeah, leave. Let me bring Alfred to conclude quickly.
All right, guys. Good night.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just run inside.
Let me my party comment. I can move you, bring him.
I've been there by and they play Arsenal too hard. I need to reduce somebody the heat because I can't just stay my brother George. That's why I beg Nelson and say, let me can't conclude.
My man, you get less than 1 minute to conclude.
Let me say this. Look, those of us that suffer the war, every time I can remind us, some of us that grew up in a war in that period. You understand? Those of us that suffer the war, we will not sit here and allow people that judge to come here and mislead our people.
Can somebody mute themselves, please? Get no feedback.
Corruption in our country is leading our country into a dream. In fact, it's an accepted thing. Our country under Joshua is an accepted thing. Look, we cannot get Joshua 1 more 24 hours after October 10. We cannot get in that moment because this man was somebody that we saw like ourselves because some of us grew up in the ghetto. We saw Joshua as a beacon of hope that he would have come, having considered the fact that his hand was never in any pocket jar. We thought that this brother would have come and stand the test of time. But the brother failed us. In less than 1 year, the men start building condominiums. Then my brother can't say it don't wrong for somebody to come in government to work. Who told you that when you work honestly, you will not go pay your horse? Samura would call it in single there. Look at the mansion you put down there. What Joe we are saying, boy?
Thank you.
George, we are paying a horse. The Nashville resident that I'm sitting on the platform here, play for in our yard. I know George, we are 10 years ago. What happened to that horse when you were having the Google 85 million? Because only on Google you had 85 million. We did not see that million in the bureau. Only on Google it was. What happened to that money? Then you can't say now you tell us it's not wrong for somebody to wear and come to pay horse. That's what we are saying, brother George. What we are saying here, if you work for your money honestly, you can pay your horse honestly. Nobody will have problem with it. But look at the poor lifestyle. Look, when Joseph Boakai become president, all your people, we will order them, we will prosecute them, and we'll make sure we'll take everything that is stolen from Liberian people. I can promise you that. Thank you so much for the night.
Thank you very much.
So Nelson, that guy, he just called my name. So can I say something? Just 30 seconds, please.
Oh man, the show over. We can't keep giving you.
Hey, Raymond, there's none of your business. Raymond, it's not your business.
It's mine, George. As much as you have a say, I gotta say. What made you think you gotta say?
We're all on the platform. I
don't care whether you have a say or not. I'm asking for my say.
You gotta respect the opinion of
for your say. I will ask for my say.
And
so Josh, let me say this.
No,
we gotta go.
You don't have to answer me, Raymond. You don't.
Yes, I will answer you, Josh. I got it right to, and you got to tolerate that.
Let me do my closing. Let me do my closing.
Go ahead. Do your closing.
Right. Actually, my colleague said it all, but people don't understand.
Yeah, give me 2 minutes, then we'll close.
The art of information, right? The art of information.
I appeal for George, please, to the host. I appeal. Y'all give George 2 minutes, and after that, y'all give me 2 minutes because when George say anything contrary, then I will have to respond, and we'll close the chapter for the night.
No.
Let me do my closing.
We gotta go, please. We gotta.
Let me do my closing.
Quickly. Yeah.
My closing will deal with the art of declaration of assets. Now, in 2010, September 16. The act, they say, according to the act, right? They say, Liberia Freedom of Information, the FOI Act, signed into law on September 16, 2010, provide all persons the right of access to public information. Now, you know what? Today we keep saying Joria get 30 million, you get 200 million, you get 50 million, because all those citizens who work in government today know public access. They went behind the house. And they come and they say, okay, you know what? We want to be president, we want to be senator, we want to be representative. They came with nothing. But today, they can knock their chair and say they got companies. They got condominiums. They got buildings. If the assets of declarations were access to us, we get the information. You think today many political parties or even citizens will not stand on that? But because they failed to carry that out in 2010, that Mala Eddie Jones said on her regime signed the Act of Information to Public, and honor the declaration of every person that will be running in an identical public space. Be a president, representative, senator, minister, you got to publish the access. Let us know who we put in there. Whether you get money or you don't get money. Let us know that tomorrow, if you steal from the Liberian people, we will know where you take that money from. And like when it comes to the investigation part, it would be easier for us. But all of them, 30 seconds, all of them, they never declare the access. They go in government to steal from our cover, our sweat, our resources, our tax. We pay. When we say 10 cents, we get tax from there. They get tax from there and they enjoy it. They sit on it, they build houses, they carry women out and drink liquor, do everything on us from the diaspora. We got to talk. We're not here for bias.
Bro, I'll put you past station.
Hey,
I hope you don't do
that.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Look, I don't want you to give me. I don't want you to give me one. I don't want you to give me one more minute. But let me. No. The minute finish.
No. Airtime finish.
Hey, all right, no problem.
But I want to say thank you, guys. Thank you to everyone tonight for making your contribution. I really appreciate the fact that you were able to stay up, making a contribution. And let me appreciate the females that joined us today. At least we're getting a balance here. It's not all male. Oh, but, I mean, Raymond, you take on your sabu.
I take on my hat out to the ladies.
I think we need all the
Thank you, Raymond.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. For me, I decided to stay on the show here purposely for the misinformation. That's the reason why I came on the show. And I will really appeal to you as the host to please do everything so that those videos can be able to play tomorrow, because it is important on the show that when we come here and say this thing happened, it is important for our views to put the evidence out. Like if I say something here and the other person say you lie, and I have those evidence, it is important for us to play those other evidence so that our viewers can be able to respect the platform and know that, oh, that group, that late night talk, anytime they discuss something, they think they can be talking, they can put their evidence up. At least let us do that. So I would urge you, the host, to please do everything you can and please get those evidence tomorrow, because it is glaring. What I said is true. You have seen the videos. So thank you, guys. George, prepare for tomorrow. I'll give you double blow with malaria fever.
Oh, I beg you.
So you get on this show for George.
I beg for my brother. I beg for my brother.
I want to be in Australia. So I will not be able to get those.
Justina, I beg for my brother. I always want George here. I don't make George to go away the way he did the other time.
Guys, I can't go anywhere. I can go anywhere. And the thing is that we'll continue to be here. So enjoy yourself.
Just to be very happy today that those videos they now play. Or else George coming lead the show. Because you are coming to hear the president who said talking, Koji said talking, the witnesses, then they are said talking with their bruises on the Koji.
No, but the good thing is,
but George, it's good that we have diverse view, man. It makes the show interesting.
And we are processing them.
Yes.
So,
Nelson, you are against the CPP. You've been putting me in the backstage tonight. Why?
Nelson, alone, man. Y'all leave my brother alone.
Gentlemen, I want to suggest something, right? They coming weekend. I want to suggest that at least all of us, let us put something together, to encourage Nursing for what he do. You know,
let
us, you know, as a way of encouraging the host to keep him up.
I agree,
and
right?
I said, let's create a WhatsApp group so we can have these discussions.
Yeah,
and we can be sustainable. So we can get to it, you know.
Good night, guys.
So Nancy, please create a WhatsApp group chat, yeah? For the panelists. Put it there, panelists.
Nancy, listen. You gotta take those people number so you can add on the group chat or send it to CEO. It will be better. So any information.
So with respect to the group chat,
yeah,
the CEO, this is the CEO's show. So he's not here. I come up here to hold the ground for him. All right. So he will have to give the approval for that before we can.
Mama, you know, CEO.
Yeah, but okay, it's a recommendation. It's a recommendation. Please put it before the CEO. Please let the CEO know that that is what the panelists are asking for. Because even on the Spoon Talk have their own show. Backstage, they can already, like some evidence other people can have, they can play on the Spoon Talk, but in the backstage, everybody can see that what I said is true, the evidence can be there. Like example, if all the oil were in a group chat, those evidence that cannot play today, but now everybody that here have seen those facts. You see?
Thank you.
Good night, guys. Thanks for hosting me. Good night. Good night.
And thanks for having us on the show tonight. George, I'm waiting for you to leave because I want to take my Bible. You say something.
George said, take all your videos didn't play. I heard him.
Thank you. Please leave my brother George.
George said, take all your videos didn't play.
Y'all leave George alone. We got a space for him.
Bazooka. My United Party bazooka is ready.
We got a room for you. Don't listen to her here. We got space for you.
Good night, guys.
George, you don't need to be on the show. Your presence add a lot of value to be
Thank you.
No, that man get something against me, but we'll talk.
ANC, y'all will. ANC, all the ANC people, y'all get what representative in the world here, so y'all get money like your strong. What me must rather kind of your strong?
No, who are that? No ANC people, I beg you.
No. We won. The opposition are won.
Yeah,
yes.
We all against Josh.
We all are one
against Josh.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thanks, Nelson.
You're the man. Thank you, brother.
Good night, everybody. It was nice, man. It was nice. It was a nice show. Just good night.
In Africa, just to spoon, you know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon.
Yeah, folks, we want to say thank you for joining us tonight. Thanks to all of you in the comment section. Making a contribution from that point. You can join us on Monday for another edition of the Late Night Show on Spoon. My name is Nelson Colette. Thanks to our CEO, or our former CEO, for this platform where Liberians can come and express themselves, talk about the different issues. My name is Nelson Colette. Till I talk to you again, it's going to be on Monday. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Yeah, too smooth. If you eat kepa, crazy like my brother, too smooth. You got a Spoon TV, you got a Spoon Radio, too smooth. Yeah, too smooth. You wanna get a news update, too smooth. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba. Kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you about today? Spoon TV. Yes, what you about today?